to get lost in yesterday, to bring back all these things. I know you love them, I know you love them, but I know that I can try again to warm your heart. Please understand, things don't stay forever. We say we want to make a change. I must admit it feels a little strange to see it in a different. And even if it passes by, this isn't how we say goodbye. Just until next time. There's nothing wrong with shedding tears to make sure that your side is clear and bring to light all your silly fears.
It's terrific. I'm so proud of you.
Hey guys, how you doing? Hey Kim, hey so stands. Just let me get up and running. Gonna jump into some PvE tonight. Angry Chef, thank you very much for that horse, dude. Anybody coming over from Angry Chef's channel? My name's Cal, Division streamer. Dabbling with other stuff now and again, but yeah, we're just gonna jump in the DZ, grind some D-Tech, some caches. If we come across people, then we'll see what happens. Hey Bicycle Death, how you doing, bud? On some gent. Let's have a ganders. Division? Ooh. Destiny wallpapers. Change that because we're not doing that. That's a bit better. Blue steel for the win. Always. Always. Hey Squishy, I see you hiding, dude. I see you hiding. I think Kim's going to join us, but I think he's in the middle of a clear sky attempt, shall we say. I don't know whether he's how he's getting on with it, but we'll find out when he joins us. Hopefully Mobile Tuner's around. He might not be though. And then maybe we'll jump into some Destiny later on. It's down at the moment, so I'm doing alright, Squishy. How are you, bud? Anybody else in it this early time? I know Division Game's streaming, so not likely, but you never know. Is your mic XLR or USB? It's an XLR mic into a Behringer hardware mixer, and then that goes into my sound card over my lining on my PC, and it goes into the stream box via USB. So both, I guess. Let me switch something around. So I might cut off for a second, but hopefully it'll come back. It should be back now. So while we're waiting for anybody who wants to play, by the way, if anybody's in chat wants to come and do some PvE DZ, because I need some D-Tech and I need caches. Don't need loot, so don't necessarily have to do landmarks unless you're after something. If I get any exotics, they're yours to have. Yeah. I was watching Division but saw you were on a Switch too. Cupcake. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you very much, dude. It's always a quiet night when Division game's streaming, but I wanted to stick to the schedule. So I wasn't missing out, so... yeah, I'm just going to jump in the DZ. We do some Division-ish stuff in the data zone, and then I might, undecided yet, I might switch to... can I remember where the D-Tech is down here? Can't, so we'll start up here. I might switch over to Destiny a little bit later on. We do some Destiny PvP, so we can get Paul, so we can get Tuning, so we can get Squishy or something like that. Or any of you guys if you are Destiny into.
Proximity threat has been eliminated. Scanning for additional hostiles.
No worries, Bicycle. Hey Rocky, how you doing, bud? And Kramox, how you doing? Welcome, guys. It looks really light in this checkpoint again. Like there's no atmospherics. Wish I was not at work. No!
Proximity coverage only. Backup
No.
System rebooted.
Just gonna turn down the
Warning,
music.
now
It's a
entering
little bit
dark
loud
zone.
to me. Looking at your shiny red balls. Shiny red balls? What's that? Might be a little bit better. What shiny red balls? What shiny red balls? What build have I got on? PvE. What this on just in case. Shiny red balls, shiny red balls, shiny red balls. What was the shiny red balls? Oh, that thing, I see. Yes, shiny red balls indeed. Let's get rid of shiny red balls. Let's get Division on. That should be better. Ah, yeah. I forgot to switch the Elgato one, so it was a good shout out. And I'm really glad I didn't know what shiny red balls were, because if I did, I'd have just gone, yeah, cha! Christmas balls, though. Christmas balls, Christmas hat, Christmas camo on my guns. All the good stuff. And I forgot some D-Tech already, haven't I? Yeah, I'm trying to spruce... No, it's down. I'm going to try to spruce things up. Make it a little bit more Christmassy around here. But you're right, my shiny red balls are awesome. The best red balls in the Division community, I think. Look at those Xmas balls. Squishy. Squishy. Yeah, I don't intend on doing any incursions tonight because I've done them all. But I do intend on going around the data zone, picking up D-Tech, maybe fighting people, maybe, if we run into people, and then we'll see what happens for the second half of the stream. If anybody wants to join, I know I said it already, but if anybody does want to join, you're more than welcome. Jump in. If you don't have me on Uplay already, !Uplay, send me a friend request. I will accept, and then I will drag you in. If you want to be in Discord, throw yourself a Discord. Let it be known that let me be known that you're in Discord, and I will drag you up. Players here. Put his balls down. Oh. Oh, dearie me. That didn't last long. Did I get that guy down? Did he die? He did. Nice. Let's go and get them guys then. So everybody's Friday been. Everybody set for the weekend? Ready for doing whatever you're doing over the weekend? I'm looking forward to a bit of a chill. A bit more tweaking with the stream. And maybe a stream or two over the weekend too. So that should be nice if that happens. If it happens. Not promising, but I'd really like to. See, if I was with those three guys, and one guy managed to kill me, while my other mates were still there, I'd be like, guys, come on! It's a little bit embarrassing. 3 of them firing at me and still got one down, so. Sage, thank you very much for that horse, dude. I hope you're well. I hope you're in chat. And if you are, hello! Please still be on timers, guys. Please, please, please. Don't run away. I want it. Come on, man! Indeed. Hi, Snowflake, just watching that. Oh, they're hiding behind boxes, man. Get down, boys. La 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 la. Come on, man. Noobs. Three v 1. Come on, boys. Them boys don't know who they're fighting with, man. Ah. Division UK mug again. Deary, deary, deary me. So that was a good way to start off the stream. And solo as well. I need you guys to help me out and tell me where all the D-Tech is, because in this part of the DZ I forgot. I know there's one over in this general direction. Like over in that corner over there. Do you mind? Doing my heal back before those guys come around the corner and shoot me in the back again. Would be nice. Yeah, I would be straight up raging if I were those three. But I've got some keys to open caches with now. Or chests, rather. Easy off. Good job, Russian gays. Hope he's not talking to me because 1, I ain't Russian, 2, I ain't gay. But whatever. You mean engrams? I do. We might be playing some. It's offline at the moment, Tuna, but might be playing some in a bit. But as you can see, I'm running solo through the DZ, so if you want to come and play with me till Destiny comes back a little bit later, would be much, much appreciated. And I've just put 3 guys down on the bottoms. They had turned rogue on me and.
Warning. You are now entering.
Let's just say they all died.
Area.
Continually. Oh, manhunt.
Leaving contaminated area.
I assume they're up here. Maybe. I think I've fought that Wilmson before. I'm sure he's pretty good. Sergei Bashkir. They're down there now. And they're like on 10-second timer, some of them. So they're going to have body blockers, no doubt. Bottoms up, Carl. Hello. Bottoms up, Nick. I hope you're enjoying your evening out. So, Tuna. Join me. Literally just woken up, mate, after being away for 29 hours straight. If you still needed someone when I brood, I'll join. I still need someone, for sure. I is solo. So, get brood. Get in. We're only doing D-Tech. Oh. We're only doing detecting caches. Oh, they're running down there now. No, they're not. They've gone up. Come on, man. There's some manhunters around that corner. I can see them. Why can't you see them? There. Those type of guys sit at the top of the corner. A little bit of luck we can get one. A little bit of luck. I think they know what I mean now because they're moving. Well, like I said, it turns out humans have these furry things called dogs. Yeah. The furry things called dogs are these great iron horses that carry lots of people and such. Hey, Wookie dude.
Over here.
Hopefully that stacking glitch is going to have gone as well with 1.8. Because I still everybody you come up against, if you burn you down in like a second, it still makes me feel like, was that legit or was it not? Got weird frame drops again. Gone from one corner to the other, have they? Hey, Sage, how you doing, bud? Stacking him not that big of an issue. Can be if you're benefiting from all the... This guy, go on.
Warning. Your division affiliation.
See? You're telling me that's not an issue?
Now marked as rogue.
That was like 3 bullets. I think it is an issue. Adeptus now is working in the TED with 5 stacks, but gets removed one. Yes, one back to 1 stack in 1.8.
Incoming supply drops. Calibrating landing zone coordinates.
All right, dude. I don't think so, but calm down.
My time.
I mean, I've tested all sorts of DPSs, whether it be like Max Crit ARs, Adept, Banshee, and unless that was lag at the exact same time, burning me down in 2-3 bullets of an AR is not legit, no matter which way you look at it. So you run a headshot cope and muzzle AK lacking a lot of damage, but I hit headshots generally, so. When I'm running the Adept build, I'm running all crit damage and crit chance. Sage.
3 months. And you know what? You're only just getting started. Big things on the horizon for you in the community, and I'm super excited to be a part of it.
Thank you, dude.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And big things for us all, hopefully. No, I know exactly what you're saying with the nerds. I know exactly what you're saying with the crits doing more damage than headshots, but it was still like 3-4 rounds of an AR that doesn't take you down to like nothing, put you on the floor. Crits or not crits, like just not. Neds indeed.
This is the shit you need.
A lags and B crits hip fire. Yeah, maybe lag. Like I said, lag's a possibility, but just pure damage from a couple of bursts from an M4 to like insta kill you almost. That's 100% not legit. Whether that's headshot or whether that's crit damage. I think even with like one of those guys running a maxed out crit, a maxed out pulse, I think it's still very unlikely that it would put you down that quickly. And I agree on the crit problem being solved when all that goes away.
Attention, approximate supply drop is currently being claimed.
Nah, man. Nah.
Nearby drop site has been retained by another agent.
I know what you're saying. I'm like not sort of arguing, but like you literally, I don't know. I've been playing Division for like 2 years, done all sorts of builds, done all sorts of like number crunching.
Waste my time.
And putting you down, like if all of them were shooting me, then fair enough. But not sure. It's a lag fest that they'll put a court on. Indeed. Let's get Kim in. Hey Kim bud.
Hello.
How you doing?
Very good.
Good. I'll just drag you in, mate. With a bit of luck, we might server transfer. Where are you? Are you not in game yet? Oh yeah, there you are.
Yeah.
Cal streams I beat Steve on my PvE Cal build. I know, dude. I saw. Did he go down fast? Vandalex Gaming, thank you very much for that that auto host, dude. If you are in chat, I hope you're well.
Waiting for.
Earnbro123, thank you very much for that follow as well. Much appreciated. Not fast, but I DPS'd him. That's not hard. Steve doesn't know how to build, does he? That's what I tell him.
Transmissions jammed. Proximity coverage only. Backup activated. System rebooted.
Also, if you listen to the other players' guns, those 3, 4, however many, there were 4 of them weren't there, that were shooting, none of those had a loud vent break on or anything along those lines. It was all... Yeah, me either. M4 nerf. Well, thing is that it's not nerfed really, is it? It's brought in line. It's still... I think Marco brought a video out today. I don't know whether the numbers are like finalised or anything, but it's still... It's still going to be like top in terms of burst DPS for an AR. The House Surprise is going to be the biggest or the best SMG in terms of burst. It doesn't surprise me. I wasn't overall happy with... they're over there, aren't they? I wasn't happy overall with the nerfs that we got for PTS, but we'll see. We are lagging because I'm hearing pulses and heals popping off left, right and centre. 4.5 damage nerf on the PTS makes other guns usable. Yeah, it does. It brings them in line, but... like I said, I think Marco did a comparison today based on the last PTS damage numbers, and M4's still up there in terms of burst damage. But I 100% agree it's going to give us a little bit of choice when it comes to it. I'm looking forward to playing with some of the, hopefully, some of the lower rate of fire guns like the AK and things like that. Like a proper viable Warlord build would be really nice. So other guns are better for sure, yeah, 100%. And that's why I'm looking forward to it, because I think once we get those other guns viable rather than just you have to use an M4 or an LBOAC or you have to use an MP5 or anything along those lines, I think it's going to be better for all of us really. So LH Technics, See, I think L86 came out on that chart. Was that like one of the better LMGs because of the reload speed? I think used to be OP, the L86. I always wanted to use the L86 a lot more than I got to use it because, well, there's a couple of reasons. I feel like we've been using them like with M4s and LVOSEs like forever, which, you know, when we talk about diversity and build diversity, yeah, we've had a bit of diversity in our builds, but we certainly haven't had any in the weapons that we can run. So, like you said, 1.8 should make that a little bit more viable, make it a little bit more interesting. I don't know. We'll wait and see. I was hoping they'd maybe drop a couple more guns with 1.8 as well, beyond the Alejandro and the house. Just a couple more archetypes, maybe. You know, stuff that they haven't done. That'd be pretty cool. How to cover a boss on LMG is going to be nice. So yes. Yeah. Speaking of LMGs, I still need to get my what's it called? What is it called? Hungry Hog Kills. For commendations. So that's they're going to be the next big thing I need to do through the game. Just grind out all the commendations. Like I cleared a load, you know, literally a load when they dropped because it was just like commendation because I'd played a lot, but it's dropped off massively since. So, Trex Apocalyptic, or is it? Oh, T-Rex Apocalyptic. Thank you very much for that follow, dude. Welcome. Yeah. What you going downstairs? Oh, boy.
Yeah, but does it when mommy
No, it doesn't.
It's not the winner.
Thanks, darling.
You think the JTF is ever going to join up with us?
My little puppy's learned how to walk downstairs, which is huge because every time he goes upstairs, gets upstairs fine. I'll get that other one, Kim. Gets upstairs fine, but then struggles to get back downstairs, so... Kim, I don't know where D-Tech is on this. I haven't been D-Tech hunting for ages, so if you know when, just let me know. Need a bolt action sniper. Yeah, we do need an exotic bolt action sniper. That'd be really nice. Someone said on the stream the other night, like an exotic bolt action 50 cal, where like it literally took you, 5 seconds to reload it or something, but it did a crap load of damage. That with a steady sentry build. Can you imagine? That'd just be filthy. Hello to the cal spawn. 2 new snipers, 1 SMG and 1 LMG. Yeah, the Alejandro, the house, and then those 2. I don't know. From what I saw on the PTS, they don't really feel, again, like a viable weapon. It seems like it's just another... He's another exotic. It's pretty rubbish, but go and play with it. We'll see. Huh? Smudgy stream. He's not been on for a while. Hello! I'm going to be dead serious. They should remove more guns and balance them rather than just... Yeah, I agree, Ratata. For sure. 100% for sure. Because there is this, there's a pile of absolutely useless weapons throughout the game. The only time I think they've ever been viable, really, is in the 0 to 30. 0 to 30 with different weapons actually felt like you could do anything. But then, obviously, once you get 30, it's all about, like, DPS and just doing that, so... T2-1. Bolt actions, tons of damage, but 1 round in a magazine and a long reload. Yeah, that'd be really, really nice. T81 is never used. Div Tech up the stairs in front of you. Oh. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye, Mobile Tuner. Bye-bye, Mobile Tuner. Bye-bye, chat.
It's down.
I'll take him down. Cupcake, my little girl likes your name. She said like, Cupcake Creamer.
It's down.
Ah, okay, mate. Yeah, the little Uzi.
Wish I knew more.
We had I don't know whether you Ratata, whether you was watching the other day. We were talking about lag before. We Wednesday we did a lot of incursions and legendaries, and even though there was no even though there was no bad connection to server or anything, I had grenades like flying around walls. It was stupid, man. Like grenades flying around wall, damage just appearing from nowhere. And that's been affecting a lot of PvP stuff for me as well. You know, you'll take a lot of damage when you don't expect to take it. And it, like I said before about the other stuff, it just ruins it a little bit, so. So what do we reckon the worst weapon in the game is? Do we reckon it's the T821? Or is there anything worse? And take hand cannons out of the equation, otherwise I think it'd probably be the big revolver, the
Contamination event detected.
Magnum. Yeah. T821 is the worst.
Contamination level rising below street level.
Second worst then. I think they should just keep bringing things up and down, personally. I think they should make the M1A back to what it used to be. That was pretty decent. You know, the original M1A days. I enjoyed those days. It's the worst, no doubt. Or the FAL. FAL, yes. I'm going to start doing incursion challenges with like bad weapons, so that's why I'm asking. Everybody's got to run a T821, or everybody's got to run a FAL and like see how you can get how quick you can get through it, like through a legendary or something like that. So I think it'd be pretty interesting. So. And if not, we'll just bin it off. Remember there were 131 first wave M1A days? Yes. I had a purple one with balanced and brutal on it. It was beautiful.
Level critical below strength level.
It really was beautiful. A legendary with T8241 on the 4-man. Hope you got an entire weekend. Yeah. But that's why I think we need to do it, because the incursions and the legendaries now just like smash through, and we burned all 4 bosses in Warrengate down in like 5 seconds.
Area has been secured.
So like, I don't know, just wanting a challenge for PvE. Because I think it's going to be less of a challenge, you know, with 1.8, because obviously we're getting more stamina, so. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But it should be. We should have a little bit more survivability if they've kept it the same, and as far as I'm aware, they haven't announced any changes to it, so. When some gun is better than M4, it gets nerfed. Yes, the G36. Again, I had an amazing one back in was it 1.3 it dropped with Underground? That was just, yeah, that was when I was on Xbox, so it must have been Underground. One shot dead and one tack and you're good. Yeah. And that's what I mean, like, would it still be one shot and one tack with a T821? Be interesting. Might be. I thought you might have needed a good couple of reloads though. Or like, you know, maybe take it further, a T821 and nobody's allowed to run extended mags. Might be interesting. It might be painful, but might be a bit difficult. Maybe the Lone Star, yeah, Lone Star T8 dual T821s. Might be really interesting, actually. Main issue with it is the 550 rate of fire. And its damage is quite low, isn't it, as well? For like it's not that there's as many archetypes as the T81, but like as for that rate of fire in an SMG, damage isn't great. It would be fun. You're right, Tuna. It would be fun, and that is what matters.
Hostiles detected below street level.
I mean, even even see these guys. Even what's it called? Stolen signal. If it doesn't glitch out, that's relatively straightforward. When it doesn't glitch out. I disagree. I rage quit the game. Yeah, but do you also find it fun just literally smashing into the same stuff and... See, the only other thing I thought that could introduce some fun to it would be like speedrunning stuff. Seeing literally how fast we could get through every incursion. You know, almost try to break all the records that have already been set for different incursions, different missions. And maybe work with someone to like get a I don't know whether Massive would expose it, but you know, assuming they track times, because they say we track everything. Assuming they track times, you're working with them to like say, okay, well that was a world-class speed. You know, I don't know, just something to add something to it while we wait for Destiny 2, Division 2. I just want to do it and get it over with. Yeah. See, I was once of that mindset, but then now it's just becoming repetitive, like really, really repetitive. And I'd rather start enjoying it again. Maybe 1.8 will give us that with Resistance. But yeah, I would really, really like to start enjoying smashing through stuff, not just it becoming a monotonous, mundane, easy thing. If that makes sense. I don't want to like cause myself any pain or any grief or any like anger or rage, but you know, still, I'd like it to be fun and challenging again. Maybe like purple excursions, you know, running with all purple gear. Incursions. Resistance is going to get boring after 2 weeks, same as Last Stand is now almost dead. Yeah, I mean, I quite enjoyed it on the PTS, and I quite enjoyed sort of the mechanics of, you know, having different options to go through and unlock. I think it might give it a little bit of longevity, not a lot, but then again, we haven't seen what happens after Wave 15 because they capped it at Wave 15 in the PTS, so it was like the same level enemies, the same again. You know, maybe it'll get all the way up to like everybody being legendary NPCs, and like they can scale the challenges, scale the loot with them. Again, it could be interesting. It'd be something different than what we do now. I think is the Dark Zone. I agree. The Dark Zone is amazing, and that's why I'm a little bit worried about 1.8 with Rogue 2.0. Because they brought out those numbers on State of the Game on Thursday about, you know, so many people in the Dark Zone, like the deaths have gone up, and yeah, they have. But that's because the majority of the Dark Zone is just people who want to, or who are willing to PvP. You know, if people want PvE, a lot of people are going doing all the different incursions now that weren't there when you went and looked at back at 1.2 and 1.3, which is when they said since then it's gone like haywire. You know, all the opportunities weren't there. Loot wasn't there. You know, loot was every. You know, do you remember when you very rarely saw a high end or you very rarely saw a gear piece? Now they're literally everywhere, man. Kept the game a state of level 1 to 30 would be amazing. Yeah, like a constant. I've got to improve. I've got to get better gear. I can get better gear. I can do X, Y, and Z. Where at the moment, you know, there isn't. That isn't there. You get to 30, and then it's just about min-maxing, which is sort of okay for a looter shooter. It's not player.
Confirmed. Area has been secured.
Which is sort of all right for a looter shooter, but. Oh no! I didn't see that guy over there. T. Nice Tiff. Nice Kiv. Nice Kiv.
Warning. Agent on your team is down. Requires assistance.
No! My word. Kill the player. Kill the player indeed. Russian. Should have just done landmark sets out of the DZ to keep the PvP players. No, because if they did landmark set of the DZ, then I don't know. The DZ needs to bring everybody in. They should make it so that the DZ drops the best and the highest amount of loot available in the game. That should be the focus. Getting people in the DZ. Rogue Trooper might ruin the data zone, but I think think of it like this: if you want fair beefy or skirmish or last stand, the DZ is going to be the PvP resistance PvP hard mode. Yeah, but I think a lot of people won't do, you know, even less than now. I don't think they'll do the DZ, which sort of makes me sad. You know, I would like to see everybody in the DZ, you know, PvEers and PvPers, because I've said like many times, whether it be on Twitter, whether it be on Twitch, whether it be on YouTube, whether it just be like talking to people. The uncertainty that's in the DZ, that oh, this guy could go rogue on me, or this guy could go rogue on me, that, like, not knowing, you know, that anticipation of it, that's what makes the DZ. And if that goes away because the only people left in the DZ are PvPers, the DZ is going to be pretty rubbish. Everybody you're going to want to go run into is going to be PvP. I also want a PvE in the data zone. I want to come and get loot, and I want to do landmarks, and I want to get DTech, and I want to do, you know, whatever else, but don't know. See, the other thing as well, with the DTech, they're now making it drop from everywhere outside the DZ, so you can get it in the light zone, you can get it from breaking down stuff randomly. Again, they're almost removing reasons to go in the data zone, and again, I just think that's like a wrong decision. Personally, I know that it's their game and it's their choices and their decisions to make, but I don't know. It just feels weird. Feels weird. And I don't want to see the data zone become just a PvP zone. Honestly, don't. Multi-groupers will bring groupers back. 1.8 will bring multi-groupers back and nade spam. Yeah, Squishy, you're right. Nade spam for sure. Again, unless they come out and like pull something out of the bag on Tuesday or whenever we get the release and stuff. Yeah, so we're keeping friendly fire on, so you can't accidentally shoot someone. But if you throw a grenade or you throw an offensive skill and you do damage to that person, then you're going to flag rogue. Because that's what I think it needs to be. Like, you shouldn't be able to sit there firing round corners, shooting everything that moves that's rogue, throw nades, like if I was to throw a nade at Kim, if he wasn't in my team, and not flag rogue. It's just, again, it's just one of those weird decisions where I think I'm sure they've had the reasons. I'm sure they got their some metrics behind it to say, well, we couldn't do this because of X and Y. Maybe they can't do it. Maybe it's like friendly fire for one and not for everything. But I don't know. I would like to see it different. Different would be cool. Don't need Kim. Kel, let me ask you, but I agree with you, but for the sake of discussion, do you think the majority of people left because of ganking in the data zone and didn't stand a chance to gear up? Personally, no. Just because of what I've just said about the ability to gear up. You know, since if you said in 1.1 and 1.2 was it, then probably was exactly that. But not since like 1.3 and 1.4, since we've had gear everywhere. Like literally everywhere. Like you don't have to go to the DZ to gear up. You just don't. You know, you can run Lexington over and over again. You can run all the missions over and over again. You can do your weeklies. You can do incursions. You can do light zone. You do light zone bosses. Like I think the gearing up argument, and I know it's not your argument because you just said, you know, you just for discussion's sake. I think and I think I know why you're asking as well, because I think they came out and said like people don't go in the DZ because they get ganked, and someone did a poll on Twitter as well, I think. But I honestly don't think it's that. I think some people don't want a PvP, and I understand that, but that's what the data zone is. The data zone is that unlawless place where anything can happen, and if you take it away, you might as well pull the walls of the data zone down and just have the entire map as a PvE zone, and just have some area where PvPers can go.
It's what I like with the Dark Zone. You don't know what happens.
Yeah, in the data zone.
You never know if you're gonna get shot in the back or in low health to get killed or something like that.
Yeah, but that's the pull for me. That's what makes the data zone interesting. Oh, I did not see her. That's the thing that makes the DZ interesting for me. It's like that unknown, that yeah, and HVT squishy. Yeah, this is pre 1.3. Yes, then maybe in 1.3. Yeah, maybe that was the reason that a lot of people left. I think it's a crappy reason to leave. We're getting shot in the data zone. Well, you know exactly what you're getting in the data zone. That's the way it's been forever. That's the whole way it was advertised. That's what you bought when you bought the game. You bought the DZ. You bought the lawlessness that comes with the DZ. But it's full of loot and it's full of landmarks and it's ranks. And I mean, back then we had gear that we could buy and blueprints that we could buy. Obviously, that hasn't been a thing for a long while. But I don't know. I agree, and I think you're right in terms of that argument, but I think it's, I don't think it's a valid argument for people to make, but I think a lot of people give that as an excuse. So let's summarise. We both not DZ to be a end game. Yes. I never know what's going to happen. Yes. We need a loot pool change. Yes. Gear increase, so it's something to farm for. 100%. Or some other mechanic. You know, like if you look at what Destiny's doing right now, they're not increasing any power level of weapons or whatever, but what they're adding is new weapons that you can get, or even the same weapons, but they can get like better. What's the word? You can get better perks, maybe, and see better balance in the game of the DZ. Yes. So Ratata, A, B, C. I 100% agree with you. Like 100%, dude. Red, thank you very much for that host, dude. I haven't seen you in chat, but I hope you are well. Hey, Goonie. How are we doing with D-Tech? I don't feel it we're doing. We should really be picking up caches as well, shouldn't we? And extracting caches.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's grab caches as well when we're on the way. If you know where they are, just shout them out, Kim.
I don't know anything up here, actually.
I'll follow you. Go on. I'll chat and follow you. You tip me where you know where caches are and stuff.
I don't know.
No! Tuna, you coming in, dude? Classic Bag isn't the worst idea, to be honest with the game. It's getting a lot of people coming back because they missed 1 to 2G. Yeah, I think they're a bad idea because they totally take out the equation high ends and viable hexo builds. You can say, oh well, you know, Skull Gloves, but take Skull Gloves out of the equation as well. Anything.
What do I win? Oh. Sorry, I thought this was blue boxes.
Snake, thank you very much for that £5 donation, dude. Much appreciated. Oh! Wow.
Thank you for voicing my thoughts about Rogue.
No worries. Thank you very much, Joseph. Much appreciated. Thank you for that £10 donation. Woo! Not had one of those for a long while, so thank you very much, guys. Much appreciated. And I think, you know, it's one thing that I want to start doing with the. This is to Joseph. It's one thing that I want to start doing with the streams. Like almost turn some of the streams into like mini. Not mini podcasts. That's the wrong word, but you know, almost to have like a set thing that we all get to discuss. I think that'll be like really cool and like a constant thing, you know, so everybody, no matter what time they join, whenever they join, they know that that night we're going to be talking about Rogue 2.0, or they know the next night we're going to be talking about weapon balance, or because I think there's a lot of things that a lot of people are passionate about in this game, but like as a community beyond Twitter, where we all tend to rage a little bit too easy, I don't think it really gets sort of discussed in a lot of detail. I forgot even how we get up though. It's down here and then up, isn't it? You follow me, Kim? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping all the things that we've just talked about in terms of like Rogue 2.0 and changes and just how it's going to become undergo some sort of changes. Because, you know, the Massive guy said, you know, I think Hamish tweeted it earlier, he's working late tonight, but it's going to be worth it, and other people have said, you know, other changes are coming, and I think Terry said on Twitter, like a real while ago, that, you know, things aren't necessarily locked in just because they was in the last PTS. I'm hoping they pull some stuff out of the bag next week. Because it does need it. If we don't get it, I think 1.8 could be potentially a little bit short-lived than we all want.
Alert. Additional hostiles inbound.
Which I think will just be a royal shame for all of us if that's the case. Ooh! Take that. I don't rage on Twitter, I tell extremely bad jokes. You do that. Mention for me when it comes to gun balance is that I'm forced to use an M4 to be competitive. Yes, and that's what we were saying a little bit earlier, wasn't it? Like, even now, according to Marco's video, the M4 is still going to be the highest burst DPS. And that's what PvP is, it's burst DPS, really. Unless you're playing like a really specialised build where you want to do some sort of LMG suppression build, which nobody does. Competitively, nobody does.
Hostiles detected.
Competitively, like, because there is no competitive in this game. But it's a shame that it is going to be M4s again. I'm definitely going to give other weapons a go, though. Definitely going to see what it is like playing with, like I said, the AKs and things like that with the percentage roll on gloves. Ooh, medved. I don't know. It will be interesting to see, and I'm looking forward to it. I'll pick that medved up. If anybody wants it, can have it.
Confirmed. Area has been secured.
Apparently, plenty of content creators feel like Rope.2 is the answer to populate the DZ. I see it quite differently, even though I embrace change. Yeah, I agree. I don't. We could be. Listen, I could be wrong. I'm not. Although I'll give a good argument on a lot of things, I don't claim to like be like a font of knowledge when it comes to the division. But no, to be honest, it might do. It might do, because a lot of people say, "Oh, friendly fire." I think it'll bring people back initially because they'll go, "Oh, friendly fire. I'm not going to get ganked in the DZ." But what's going to happen is they will, because those people who want a PvP, all they're going to do, what is it? Is it like, was it R or something? I know they're going to shift it because obviously that's reload, but all you're going to need to do is tap your shoulder and then your rogue, and then I'll gank you. It's not going to make any. I don't think it's going to make the slightest bit of difference. Not in the long term. Not in the long term. I would like to think it might. I would like to say, yeah, we've had changes and like the DZ's full of people again and it was the right move. I think it might give us some nice numbers and some nice things to sort of get press releases out for, but beyond that, I think we'll end up seeing the same people over time in the DZ. And that'll just end up being PvPers or people that are happy to farm and don't mind getting into PvP, so... Some D-Tech up here, Kim.
Yeah.
Every gun is viable if you hit fire. Yes, every gun is viable if you hit fire and chicken dance.
Area secure.
Imagine chicken dance and hit fire in D2. I like, don't hate me, Dract, but I've got a pretty filthy hit fire build in Destiny 2. I'll show you when we do some PvP. But it's not the same. It's not the same. It's not like exploiting things with Destiny. It's yeah, it's a specific perk. So Mystery Ease. Ease are good. Ease are good. Ease are good. Tuna, do you want to jump in? Drat, do you want to jump in? You are more than welcome. Just having a bit of chat tonight. Enjoying the discussion. Enjoying the debate. Ratata, it says Ratata, isn't it? Yeah. Ratata's made some like really good points that on the whole, I agree with him on. I assume that you're a him, so I apologise if you are a she, but I don't have many she's that watch. Or according to analytics, I don't anyway. Maybe they all identify as male. I'm a male, yes. Hey Alex, how you doing, buddy? Welcome, mate. How's it going, sweetie? You looking good? Thank you, dude. Thank you. I had a shave. Shave the head. Trim the beard. Got my new Twitch t-shirt that turned up today. Not official because I'm not a legit Twitch person. Not like the big boys, but I wanted one. Because my Twitch hoodie, which is, I think it's an upper echelon hoodie, people always go, what does that mean on the arm? I'm like, that is the future. Hey Praetorian, how you doing, bud? I want to give Raw 2.0 a shot. The problem I have with Predator Bleed being OP. Yeah, and again, that's why I was asking, was there any release notes from the guys? But obviously they said it'll be up on Monday. Reading those release notes come Monday is going to be like one of the most... It won't make a decision on whether I go back and play it after 1.8, but there needs to be some pretty fundamental changes with Predator. The fact that you can stack 9,000, 10,000 stamina and do more damage via the ticks than you can being a DPS Predator. That's not right. Monday will be Judgment Day. Yeah, to some degree, I think you're right, Dract. I think come Monday, if those patch notes aren't on the ball, or if they're missing and we have to have 1.8 without any patch notes for a little while, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good because they've had plenty of time, absolutely plenty of time. So changes to Nomad needed. Yeah, especially if you got a full squad running Nomad. That was on the PTS when we had those 4 players that were PvPing against, and they were all running Nomad. That was just an absolute farce. Like, you would get 1 or 2 of them down, or you'd get one down and then he'd literally come back to life, full health. And then he'd do it again and he'd come back to life again, and then he'd get his survivor up procced. It's like, let's have some balance, let's have some change. Otherwise, I'm not the first to say it, so I'm not going to say, this is coming from, like, being a guru or anything, but, like, a lot of people have said it's just going to become Predator Nomad for the Dark Zone and nothing more, so... My hope is that, I hope we're going Predator's market that they change after PTS. Yes, me too. Need to stop agreeing on stuff for Tata, but I do agree on that. I'm hoping that it's... Because they did say, if you remember, one of the PTS descriptions was that it was... Thank you very much for those bits, Praetorian. Much appreciated. How are you, sir? What was we saying? So one of the thing that used to be in the PTS was that the stamina was like a placeholder value. Maybe that's still the case, and maybe it will be something else. I don't know what it might be, but maybe it will. Pride is a beautiful beast. What did I miss? What was surprising that some non-rogue agents still complain about the DZ even after 1.4 when losing XP, funds and keys were removed from fallen non-rogues. I feel like most complain about dropping and having to go back to the checkpoint. Maybe. Look, listen, it's the internet, and as much as none of us want it, people are going to complain. And one of the things that that I learned from, like, my real job, which is I'm a technical lead for a marketing agency, and we work with all sorts of brands. And no matter how amazing your brand is, people go on the internet to complain. Very few people, in comparison, when you compare it to the amount of people that go on to praise, very few people go on to praise a lot of people when they're disheartened, when they're not happy, when they feel wronged. They're very vocal about it. But unless you're like a true fanboy and you're out there going, oh, I just got my iPhone and look at my brand new PC and look at this and look at that. Like, unless you a proper fanboy about it, but then that gets obnoxious. Complainers always outnumber the people that go and praise things, and that's the same for Division. It's coming back to you, Kim. That's the same for the Division. It's the same for a lot of things. It's unfortunate, but it's just it's the way it is. So, besides the tactical accidental, has been addressed by adding yeah. Like, there are some points to Rogue 2.0 that I don't have an issue with, but in its form that we left off with in the PTS, I don't like it. Blackbeard with Coke. Nice track. I don't know, Praetorian, if you're still in chat, what are your thoughts on what we've got with 1.8 and what's coming? We're just having a a discussion stream for a little while, and then maybe we'll switch up games, you know, a little bit further on. But ow. I love the audio in this game. You know, all those bullets were echoing all around us then. I need to get rid of my Destiny binds. Lol, what the fuck? Hey Baz, how you doing? Ignore Bravo Delta. He's one of my IRL friends. Issue with negative feedback is that feedback is brought to light. Like Apple sells millions of iPhones, but the one of iPhones like Catch a Fire gets heard of. Yeah, that's the same across anything. How you doing, Baz? What are you up to? Other than trolling my chat. So you alone, what you doing? Alex, I'm with Kim at the moment, just going through chatting to people about Dark Zone, about 1.8, and then maybe we'll get some like proper gameplay. But at the moment, just having like a big debate, really, a mass debate. Question I have: I'm Massive and Co trying to make the game survive on the Dark Zone. Maybe, but oh, I can see through that wall. I never noticed that. Maybe. I mean, the Dark Zone needs to survive. That's one of the things. If the Dark Zone dies, then it's not. There won't be much left in the game. This is down as well. There won't be much left in the game. So, but yeah, I think fundamentally they are. So. Right, yeah, sure, thank you. The excitement, not knowing when someone else will turn on you. For God's sake, DZ with intended is in its. Yeah, Joseph, like 100%, and that's what I was saying before. Like, you knew exactly, and everybody's known since day one exactly what you're buying into when you go in the Dark Zone. It's got loads of loot, it's got a load of landmarks, it's got a load of resources you can farm. It's got, but it's also got that that PvP element, that uncertainty. That if you run across someone, they could be helping you farm, but equally they could just be waiting for you to turn around and shoot you in your back. Steal your loot. That's the Dark Zone though, and that's what makes it interesting. I can switch off my PvP build now, really, can't I? Any D-Tech in here, Kim?
I don't know, actually. I think so. One.
Why can't I equip? In combat? Since when? Oh. Kill that person, Kim. Kill that person. Massive funny joke. What do I leave up to? Drat. Underground will be pumped. We'll get Resistance this fun too. You always love it. Yeah. Underground and Resistance I'm looking forward to. There's no middle ground since everyone has that. Always rely on an unbalanced set, some stronger than others. Yeah. Massive funny joke carried to the DZ. They can bring anything else to the table. They can't bring anything else to the game with this game. Skirmish is going to flop. CSGO, COD, Battlefield do that part better. Yeah. Yeah. And again, I think you're... I think you're right. I don't... I'm going to pick that up just in case. I think you're right, mate. Like, they need... If they fundamentally get this wrong, which I really hope that they don't, then we could be a little bit screwed on all fronts. So, even going there to do weeklies and people kill you, even if you're not shooting them and carrying nothing. But T, I don't know how long you've been in, mate, but that's what the point we were making before. They put out the stats on during State of the Game about rogue kills and how that's gone up like by a lot since 1.3. But since 1.3, they've made the whole game viable in terms of loot. Where have you gone, dude?
Over here.
Okay.
East side box.
Okay, I'm coming. They've made the whole game viable, which is fine. If people want to go and do the light zone bosses and go and do all the incursion, do the challenging missions and the heroics and all the other things that you can do as a PvE player in the game, then so be it. That's their choice. But then you can't, in my opinion, it's wrong to then pull out stats and say, yeah, look, since 1.3, the PvP, the Data Zone has become like a PvP area. Yeah, you're right, it has, because there's only really, and realistically, not necessarily PvP players, but people that are happy to go and experience and know that there's PvP in the Data Zone. So that's why, you know, kills have gone up. Like, 100%. That's my opinion. If the DZ dies in 1.8, then the game dies. Yes. And that's unfortunate because, like, I love the game. Played it across Xbox, played it across PC, had thousands and thousands and thousands of hours logged. Built my whole stream around it, basically. But, you know, if it doesn't change, then we are in a... Hello, darling. We are in a bit of a sad state, so... Damage will stale after a while as long as Rare Down does add the possibility to make private matches. Yeah, private matches could be something that, you know, PvPers can get into. Will they do it? Don't know. I wish they just go out and say, yeah, we're doing this, this, and this, and you can do private matches. Because I don't know whether anybody like, and I know some people, because I've had discussions with people, don't necessarily like the Upper Echelon guys, but a while ago they tried to do like a PvP tournament. So they tried to get like people in the Data Zone, and then have some sort of competitive LOL PvP, but they couldn't do it. The game didn't support it. The Data Zone didn't support it. You know, if they could have done that through private matches, that'd have been amazing. And you know, maybe the DZ would still be, PvP would be in that rather than as much of it just being purely in the DZ. You know, it's in the DZ because it's the only realistic place to be able to do it. So, good evening, Ali. How you doing, buddy? We talking 1.8, dude. No worries, Kelly. 1.8 doesn't go well. We'll find something else to play and enjoy. Yeah, I talked about it a couple of streams ago. Like, I'm not. I'll always play Division as long as Division is like interesting to play and as long as I enjoy it. But if not, you know, then not so much. You know, people will probably get annoyed and they might unfollow and unsub and things like that. But for me, I don't. How can I put this? If I go and watch streamers, 99% of the time, the streamers that I watch, I'm not there for the gameplay. I'm there for like the discussions, and the fact that obviously the discussions about a subject that everybody agrees on makes it easier. But you know, I'm sure that if I decided that I wanted to go and get involved in another game, that with time, those people that want to have those same discussions about X game or another game or whatever game it might be, I'm sure we could have that discussion too. It would be nice to have it continually about the Division and have it seen it constantly improve and being added to, and have some news about Division 2. But we just wait and see. Wait and see. It ain't not over till it's over. So this is a looter shooter. It's a better comparison in Diablo. Read my comment further up. I am keen if you agree. 1 second, I'll need to scroll up. Okay. To all the, I'm assuming it's this one. Okay, to all the people not understanding my point, longevity is important for a game, and PvP is the easiest way to ensure that, because PvE content is going to get consumed and become boring. The DZ is the special place for this in a game. In this game, it's Massive Joker card. Yeah, it is. It's 100% Massive Joker card. I don't think PvE needs to get stale though. I know the point that you're making, and for a lot of people right now, with the current form that we've got with Division, you are right in that it's a lot of the end game.
Maybe we're gonna get some people here soon.
Okay. For a lot of people, PvP is the end game in its current form. But look at how games like Diablo, look at games like Destiny, look how those games and the mechanics and the grind that they've implemented in those games keep millions and millions and millions of people coming back. PvE doesn't have to be a finite activity that, once done, you go to PvP. Again, in my opinion. The Division is the only game that holds my interest this long. I get bored with games fast, and it's something about this game that keeps me playing. Yeah, I love the setting, I love the graphics, I love the community, obviously. I love the, you know, like, numbers and stuff. You know, like, builds and numbers and min-maxing these, and, like, that's... I think if that wasn't in there, I probably wouldn't be playing. But it is in there, and that's what keeps me coming back, you know, because to some degree with Destiny 2 in its current form, you have nothing to... Once you've done like a couple of rounds of PvP, or you've been through the entire PvE loop in Destiny beyond the raid, you literally have everything in the game. You know, there'll be very few things that you don't have. And that's what keeps me coming back, and all the other stuff that I've just mentioned. So they will need to release so much PvP content to keep people fed. PvP is easy for a dev. Use the PvP concept. Yeah. I don't disagree, but you know, think of all the missions that we don't have as heroics. Think of all the missions that we don't have as legendaries. Think about adding new gear in, because you don't. No, maybe to some degree you do in this game with like Last Stand and whatnot, but you don't generally PvP to get gear. You PvE to get gear. You loot and shoot. You know, having the ability to do that across more game modes. Classified high ends, yeah, the L-Strife, like, easy, right? Or we call them enhanced high ends, or whatever we call them to differentiate them from normal high ends. Those high ends, so I can run, what am I running now? So I can run this build, this Hexo PvE build. So I can run that, but not have to lose out on the higher rolls that I get as classifieds. So it gives me, I go and have to farm all these again. I'd do that. I would 100% go and do that. If they said, listen, all those high ends that you got there, we're not upgrading them. You're tough luck, guys. But you can go and farm again. I would, like, farm the living shit out of the Dark Zone. If I had to go in the Dark Zone, or in incursions, or legendaries, or missions, or whatever it would be, and farm up all that gear again, I would 100% do that. The other thing, Last Stand needs more maps. We have this massive map and only smaller meta maps. Yeah. More maps. I think... I don't know whether they can at this point in the game, but, you know, make more game modes within there. Because at the moment, it's pretty much just like a very domination-esque game mode, right? You know, you go and capture these points, you kill people while you've got these points, game done. Why not have capture the flag? You know, so you've got to get some shared tech from one end of a map and get it to the other, and it's just a constant back and forth. Same, 100% refarm that again, and that's why I'm in for. I'm for a gear score increase as well. I've been very vocal about that on Twitter, but I understand why some people aren't, because some people are just back into the game. Let's go get that supply drop, dude. Some people are just back into the game and they don't want to refarm all that, and I get it. But for those that have been with the Division for as long as they've been with it, to sit there and go through everything that we've gone through, all the different metas, all the different patches, all the different bugs, for us to still be stuck on the same gear score and then say, yeah, well, min-maxed gear sets is the next gear score. All my gear sets are min-maxed. And again, I'm not, you could, I forget what the term is, it like you're the top 1% or the top 3% or whatever it is? Fair enough. But all my gear sets are min-maxed. I'm the player that has been fully invested in this game, and you guys as well, everybody in chat, I'm not under any illusion that, you know, I'm in any way special, but like, all those players that have been there since day one, that have been grinding and grinding and grinding, have been through all the patches, I'm pretty sure you're probably all in the same boat, with the exception of classifieds, where we've all got a lot of stuff already. You know, we can't better that. Like, basically, if I go to the optimization station in 1.8 and do a couple of rolls on my Hexo builds, they will be 100% perfectly min-maxed. I'll have that 293 gear score or whatever it is. We'll have domination and skirmish, a skirmish with a TDM, yeah. But, you know, get some get some shared tech from one end of the map to the other. Or maybe you've got to project a truck. You know, there's a truck rolling, and I don't know whether they've got moving vehicles within the engine, but there's a truck rolling from one end of the DZ to the other, and you know, like, what's it called? Overwatch. you've literally, as a team, you've got to guide it and you've got to get through. It would be amazing. I just heard players there. Was it you, Kim? I've just been pulsed, so it's definitely players. That turret, man. Oh, rogue behind us. Kim, T. I knew there was players though. I didn't see them. Amen. Amen. 2,400 hours in the game and still going. Got a lost classifiers to come out. Yeah. But again, like, would you? Who's realistically, unless there's some big buff comes along with Hexo builds, are you? I just switched to my PvE build as well. Are you realistically going to go and farm anything other than a classified? When the you know, if you stack into 10,000 firearm damage of that, you can do so much better. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god. Come on, medkit, come on, medkit, man. Later, Joseph, dude. Enjoy the rest of the stream. Thank you, mate. And thanks for the discussions, and thanks for the donation as well. I appreciate it, mate. Survivor could take Fortnite's position, they did it right from day one. Survivor was the biggest... Nice, dude. I'm on my way out. I had no health. I had no medkit, I had no healing.
But wait for me.
Seconds.
Wait for you?
Yeah.
Come on then, let's go get him. And I'm chatting to chat. I don't want to like disrupt this discussion that we're having. Just on one, hello, dude. Oh, don't run away.
Watch out, one in the back.
Yeah, he will, he will, he will. This guy thinks he's getting away. Why run, dude? He's got a grenade out. Kim, he's got a grenade out. Booster without Vig. Yes, on this build. Just going for like raw. Boom. So he's stacking thingy then, isn't he? I'm going for the extra damage from Barrett's. It's just a burn you down build.
No.
Sit down, kid. Donny Kebab.
There, his friend coming down.
Yeah, I see him.
There was 3 guys.
Get him, Kim. I'm stuck on a box! Let him run away, let him run away. He doesn't want to fight without his mate. Kim, come, come.
I'm there.
Yeah, I see. Oh, come on, man. For me, I just want to pick up the game and shoot stuff. Not too fussed about min-max farming to Kingdom Come. No, but like it's in the game, so like being able to sort of remove that. Sorry, being able to not have that. It's
What
a bit
it's
rubbish.
out?
I don't know.
Okay.
Red Landmax are not classified with dropped. But that's RNG, right? And that's why we go back. If it was guaranteed classifieds from landmarks or you know, we've got a guaranteed loot spots, you know, in terms of like the exotic caches and things like that. And when global events are all round, we can't have guaranteed stuff. It would make, I don't know, it would make
Hey, what's up, guy?
What's up, dude?
What's up?
What's up?
Good, good. You?
Yeah, not bad.
Nice.
Warning. Disavow the division and unlock its rogue.
Shoot his gun above his head, man. Alright, Kim. Oh my word. That lag though. Yeah, let's go down. Eat every 5 levels. Oh, what did I miss? 5 levels. First firearms is shit, more than 5 third worst. It is, but it's my build, bruh. It's my build. I've done the whole, you know, what do you call it build? The electronics build and stacking into electronics. I like the pure burst, and yeah, 5,000 it starts to have diminishing returns, but doesn't mean it has no return. It just means it has diminishing returns.
Oh, the heating.
Sam, there's like a good idea. There's a lot of NPCs chasing us down there as well.
Yeah.
Hey, Han Solo dude, we're just detecking. I think you said you're detect type, but you're welcome to come and join us if you want to.
Oh, Rogue.
We're
Fucking
Rogue.
below.
Oh yeah. Huh. Russians. I'm definitely getting lag. I don't know whether you can hear those heels going off like in my headset.
Yeah.
I know it's fine. I'm just here to support Z stream. Nice, dude. Appreciate it. Let's get back into this discussion anyway, because that little Rogan session threw me off a little bit. So what was that? If I've missed any comments and you want to talk about, there's 3 of them behind us. You want to talk about anything? What, like in terms of Rogue 2.0, is there anything else that you think we can improve upon? Not we, as in me being massive or anything, but like, what would you like to see that will make it that little bit more stomachable? Or what, just in 1.8 in general, what will make it easier for you to get on with what's happening? Because for me, I think Rogue 2.0 needs some changes, though what we talked about. Rogue 2.0 needs changes. Predators need some changes. Nomad needs some changes. 1 second, I've just lost my OBS window. There we go. Back in action. Did not read your entire comment. First firearms is shit, more than 5,000 to waste. 2, I'd totally refile more gear sets. Builds with a gear score increase. Yep. If and only if the DZ was the place to do it. Yeah, me too. Like, maybe, I don't know. It's a tricky one, because I don't want to have like guaranteed loot in... I want to have maybe guaranteed better loot in the Dead Zone. Maybe like the better rolls. You know, we're having this optimization station now. To get a better roll, excuse me, you need to get it from the DZ maybe. Maybe that'll be an option. You know, they just come with better rolls. If not, you have to spend a lot of time and a lot of funds and a lot of D-Tech at the optimization station. Oh. But yeah, maybe the DZ gives you better loot. Rogue 2.0 will be better. There are multiple spots to get your manhunt off. Well, there's a lot of issues with Rogue 2.0, and that's why I was saying I think it needs work. The stations be visible to everybody. Stupid decision. Stupid decision. Maybe do it so, you know, that over time everybody in the Dark Zone will know where all the locations are, because to be honest, they're only in the same locations that the Last Stand locations are, right? I don't think I haven't seen anything that's new. But I don't know.
Those Russian Rogue definitely was cheating. They just killed 6 or 7 players in a straight line.
Joy. You just sort of have it that those are hidden. You know, nobody knows where they are except the Rogue group. Because if you're chasing the Rogue group, you know, they've still got to get to there so you can follow them. And they've still got to turn it off. So again, you're still going to have that time where you're around. And one of their team is literally have to sit on that station and go. It's... I don't know. The way it was left in 1.8 PTS, and that's why I keep saying in 1.8 PTS, because we don't know what 1.8 is going to be like. But the way it was left in 1.8 PTS, just wasn't left in a good position, in my opinion. There was some changes that... This down. There's some changes that just needed to be made. And I'm hoping they are. Maybe they will be. You know, but they like I said, nothing's locked in yet. But Can you tell me when 1.8 is dropping? 1.8 is probably going to be dropping on probably Tuesday.
Warning.
Oh my
Agent
god.
on your team is down. Requires assistance.
I've got the wrong T on. Give me a second, T. Jim.
No,
Why is the 4 shotgunners here?
I don't know.
Oh my word! I need to reload. Come on, reload. Oh, come to me, Kim. I got you, mate.
Yeah.
So what was we saying? Hey, Bruce, how you doing, bud? Bring back keys and XP loss. Yeah, maybe. Kim, I'm going grabbing this cash over here, mate.
Yeah.
Yes, what do you think about having an option to go into the data zone but not have someone go rogue on you? Naughty. I don't like the dark zone since its inception has been that. I've said it before tonight. They've thrown 2 turrets down.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh my word. And the dark zone has been that lawless. These guys are aggressive as hell. Jesus. The DZ's been that lawless zone since like its inception. It was what it was marketed as, what it was advertised as. Everyone knows what they're getting when they go in the DZ. If you go in the DZ, you might lose your life to a rogue. You might not. Oh my god. Come on. Cheers, dude. You might lose your life to a rogue. You might not. But that's
part of the game.
Yeah, it is. Kim, you're right. You're right. It's part of the game. So
Area has been secured.
you can see the stupidity of the system with no kills, free loss, XP loss is so stupid. Yeah, XP loss. I'm not really bothered about it because the XP is pointless right now. It didn't used to be, but it is right now. So getting ganked back when it was important was annoying because you would lose XP for nothing. Keys and funds, I sort of feel like that needs to be something that you lose. And I'm not being like pro-rogue because I try and balance my game time between PvE and PvP activities, but it needs... I don't know. It needs, Ow. There's a happy medium that needs to be found, you know, where people who decide to go rogue, especially with all the things that are stacked against rogues right now with Rogue 2.0, there's actually some reward in it for them, so maybe if they lose the manhunt, then they actually end up having more funds because they were willing to go rogue, and I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it needs switching out. The thing for me, Tuesday I thought it was today. No, it's not today, JD. Why you can buy keys, now they're pointless. Yeah, maybe, but for the average hardcore player, they're pointless. But again, if I want to go on a manhunt run and I farm up a load of keys off players without having to spend any of my funds, because let's assume that there's still stuff to buy. There isn't, but let's, for argument's sake, assume that they actually make the vendors viable for something soon, because we all know that they're not. Why shouldn't I be able to get some benefit from killing somebody, or again, if somebody kills me, why shouldn't they get some benefit rather than just a bit of XP? Why shouldn't I lose my keys to them if I die as a rogue? You know, it should be vice versa. It should work both ways. Again, just my opinion. And the fact that they want to balance it is because 75% of people die to rogues. That's the point. Han Solo, we were saying before though, it's 75% of people in the data zone die to rogues because 75% of the game now you can get looting. You couldn't when 1.3, which is when that graph starts mapping upwards. When 1.3 was around, you had to go in the data zone to get like a decent amount of loot. There was no other option. not consistent options anyway. But obviously, since 1.3, they gave us heroics, legendaries. Night, darling. They gave us heroics, legendaries, like so many opportunities and so many options to get loot from. So, yeah, of course, those people that still wanted to PvP or were still happy with the Dark Zone, they'll go to the Dark Zone. And so, therefore, if there's hardly any PvEs going into the Dark Zone, that makes sense. That's why there's a huge spike in PvP deaths. No, take him down. If I recall from PTS level 5 Manhunt was like 20,000 funds. Yeah, I mean, and you could make an argument that people are losing out on
boxes over extraction zone.
But we'll carry on to turn here. What's I saying? Yeah, again, funds. So long as if I go rogue, I maybe collect. I don't know. Using that number for example. Let's say if I get up to Manhunt, every person I kill, so that's 5 people, I get 5,000 funds off them. But when I die, I lose 20. That would be sort of fair to me. Like, I've gone to the effort of going rogue, and I've taken somebody's thingy, but whoever kills me, they get 20 back. So if I kill someone, I take 5 off them. If they kill me, they get 20 back. And if it's a group effort, then that 20 gets split between the group. Granted, overall, somebody might be down, but again, I went to that effort of... I don't even see that guy. I went to that effort of going rogue, fighting those players, killing 5 players myself, so therefore getting 25,000 credits. If I lose some, fair enough, but, like, make it worthwhile. Make it so that, you know, if you die rogue, it's just not failed. It's, you know, because that's at the moment, that's what it feels like at the moment. If you die rogue, it's you know, you've essentially failed. Not failed as a rogue or because you trash or anything like that, but like if you do die and you do lose some stuff, don't make what I've just done to get those, because it might have took me a while to kill those 5 players, you know, depending on what the DZ was like. Don't make that time pointless. In the same way they don't want to waste PvE players' time, don't waste PvP players' time too. Because without both of those groups, without PvEers and PvPers, this game's dead, right? One without the other, it will literally be, I think it was Han Solo said it was a Kerber zone. It will literally be a Kerber game, but there'll be no risk in going to the Dark Zone. There'll be no, I don't know, there'll be, you might as well, like I said before, you might as well rip the walls of the Dark Zone down. So just lost connection to the stream. Oh no! I've dropped a couple of frames throughout the night, but overall I'm still live and healthy. Make it worthwhile. Yeah, make it 100% worthwhile. Going Manhunt is useless, not for the struggle. Yeah, I mean, I enjoy when we got like a team in going solo Manhunt, unless you're like going for views on Twitch or going for like montages and stuff like that. Or you just want like a really good challenge. It's pretty pointless going solo Manhunt, but I enjoy as a group going. Doesn't matter that it's Manhunt status, just killing several people. You know, if we need to move, then we'll move up the DZ. If we need to move, then we'll move down the DZ. If we need to funnel people, then we'll funnel them. But I want to have that option. But if I die, I don't want all that time to be wasted. I tell you never, I would never clear my rogue off in this patch. No need for me. Yeah, but Ty, like, if you just want to fight, that's absolutely fine. But like, if you want to play an objective as a rogue, if you want to get up to Manhunt status, because it's an element in the game, it's a gameplay mechanic, right? If you want to get up to Manhunt or Manhunt level 5 or whatever it is, and then you want as a team to move up or down the DZ to whatever those checkpoints are, get off your rogue, and then essentially take the rewards, reap the rewards for that, then you should be 100% able to do that. Southern Slang, yeah, so this is, I just switched it when I'm going to switch back in a minute. Classified Hexo build, just for burst damage, so Skull Gloves, stacked into a lot of firearms, stacked into about 200,000 of skill power, not much into toughness, just for burst really, and then dual ARs, one for damage, one for getting my super back. That's the PvE build now. If you put an exclamation mark PvE build into the chat, you'll get a link to my video for the PvE build, not the PvP one. But yeah, it's Refresh Mask, Barrett's Vest, Specialized Backpack, 2 Classifieds, and Skull Gloves. Like the DZ, you got Manhunt, you got... Yeah, I mean, going Manhunt, you should have rewards as well, and that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to, like, almost, like, give you that objective as a rogue, as a Manhunt, to be able to move up and down the DZ, get those, that loot, and benefit from that loot if you manage to survive your Manhunt, so that's fine. Will there be players like Ty, who just wants to fight and is not bothered? Yeah, more than likely. But some players will want to go rogue and will want to do it for the rewards. And that's fine, you know, because everybody isn't and won't want to play like Ty. Some people will. Hey, Big Bad Bod, how you doing, dude? Final measure buff is going to reduce the nerd spam. I don't know whether you've been watching or lurking like for like a long time, or whether this is one of the. I think I've seen you around before, but we did PvP stream in the PTS, and there was 4 of us against about 8 players, and honestly, even if all 4 of us were running final measure, we wouldn't have survived. You might have grenades being thrown at us from like 8 players. You would eat one, the other player would eat 2, another one would land. You might get lucky and you might eat that 3rd if you weren't out of it, like at the radius. But the amount and the velocity and like the quantity that was being thrown at us was just stupid, like ridiculously stupid. Not everyone is a savage like me.
Now entering a contaminated area.
Halo on a bud. That death number they showed in the graphics such BS. Play 1 hour PvP and 1 hour DZ farming. Tell me any times you're really good at dying. It was garbage because of how they stacked it. You know, they spread it since oh, I didn't want that. They spread it since 1.3. 1.3, everything became PvE-able. Like, loot wasn't just in the data zone, which prior to 1.3, it was, you pretty much had to go in the data zone to consistently get loot. You know, they introduced underground with 1.3. Like, so much stuff was introduced that allowed you as a player to get loot from anywhere. So then to say, oh yeah, since what was classified up there, to say since 1.3, deaths in the data zone has gone up. Yeah, you bet it has. Because like the majority of people are going into the DZ to PvP because you can get loot from everywhere. That was actually graphic, yeah, apparently so. Get rid of some of this garbage. 1 second, Kim. I mean, they know what analytics and stats are like, so I'm assuming they're fully clear on the fact that maybe they did. I don't know. Maybe they didn't think a lot of people would notice, or maybe they factored out, you know, some of those things that we just talked about. But for me to say, yeah, since 1.3, deaths in the data zone has gone up was just a bit rubbish. It was a bit of a weak number to put in front of us without any context. To be honest, introduce the stat of players killed, not just rogue players killed, and we'll see more than 50-50 balance in terms of rogue players versus non-rogue. Yeah, and I wonder, like the other thing as well, beyond what we've just talked about in terms of a lot of PvP players being in there, is, again, if you remember 1.3, 1.4, do you remember coming into the DZ? Do you remember going near a cleaner? And I literally mean, do you remember just standing near a cleaner while his mate threw a gas grenade at you? You would take one mouthful of the gas and you would be on the floor in absolute pieces. Like, it would drop you that fast. So again, to say PvP numbers, deaths by players has gone up as a result of rogue life. Nah. Not at all. If they fuck up the correlation. I've been busy with my grandpa's funeral this week and I hop on Twitter to see this graphic and I was like, what? Yeah. And I think a lot of people are in that same boat. They looked at that graph and it's like, really? And yeah, I'm not sure. I don't. I laughed. I tweeted it out because I thought, you know, somebody will get like a laugh out of it, but and it plays into the thing like, you know, Rogue Life it's got worse. It hasn't. You know, just mechanics have changed. There's a NPC behind you, Kim. Yeah, right. You looked at a cleaner within 25 meters and you're dead. Flamethrower, gas nade, anything came in your direction from cleaners in DZ6 in 1.3. I just impulsed, and you were a dead man. Like no mistake about it. You just, and it was all right. It was interesting as like having to sit on smart cover, and I'm glad we went through that meta because I actually enjoyed some of it. But there was too many factors that went into that that graph that I'd be surprised if they didn't consider them before putting it out. Because anybody who has spent a lot of time in the data zone, a lot of time in the game, a lot of time with the Division knows that people would just go to straight up go, really? 10 million damage from an M1A. Yes, yes. M1A with Sentry. Does it even work? Who made that? Hamish made it, I reckon. Somebody will have made it. And they were going to put in the blind rifle, aka an MDR. Yeah, even the MDR is still broken. Like, the accuracy on it is pants. Again, as an exotic, that should be an amazing weapon. You can't rely on it because the accuracy is just all over the place, so... I don't know, I'm not getting freezes. 1 second, guys. Right. Try to ring me. He's not run. Alright. I'm not seeing it. I don't know where it is actually. Maybe it's still in my coat or something, I'm not sure. I'll have a look in a bit. I can't. You just tell him. Ask him if he's up till 12 or I'll ring him then. Sorry guys. My brother's trying to get in touch with me, so... Alien Smock Mod. Bruce, yes! It's the baby... What do you call it? Baby... So it's the alien base, the Baby Clade monster or whatever it's called. That graphic was literally trash. I didn't know until the other day. Is this Massive's first big game? Yeah, it is. They did. They worked on some Assassin's Creed stuff, and I think they did. As a team, they did like one other game, but it wasn't like a AAA title. And I think I said it might have been my tweet. I'm not sure, but I said, you know, they should 100% be applauded for what they've achieved with the Division because it's a game literally in its own class. Like there is nothing, in my opinion, that comes close to what the Division is in terms of like a first-person looter shooter. They just, in my opinion, is not. So they should be applauded for that, and they should also be given some leeway in terms of the mistakes that they've made. They shouldn't be given, you know, as much blindness that a lot of the community gives them in terms of identifying issues and recognising them and accepting those issues and then calling Massive out when they don't fix those issues. But I think they did a hell of a job. Yeah, Bruce, 100%, I agree, mate. They did a truly amazing job on Division. Even like now, even with all its bugs, it's still played by a lot of people. It's still loved by a lot of people, and you know, to do that, to get that, I know they've got not Massive, Ubisoft behind them. So like you can say, well, with a publisher like Ubisoft, they're going to have a lot of marketing and things. Yeah, of course they are. But if it's a garbage game, it doesn't stand the test of time, and the Division has to some degree. Is there many people playing it as there used to be? No. Does it matter? No. Yeah, I still enjoy playing it. I got some more Sentry knee pads. But the fact that we still enjoy it, even people who come in and rage all the time, even you know, content creators that badmouth it, crap all over it, and then come back every patch. Like, there's something special about the Division that other games don't have. And the other thing as well, and I think it's because obviously you've got this person that you've grinded all this gear for, you, so you get invested in it as a player. I'm coming for that, Kim, wait up a sec. as a player, you get invested in your character and what you've done, and it's hard to leave it behind, and that's why people come back and it's like, oh, I've got my dude and he's still got this and he's still got that. That's probably like a big thing, and they rely on things like that as a mechanic for games. Look at Destiny, look at all those other loot issues. They rely on you investing time to better your gear, to want to better your gear, to make you come back, to make you grind, to make you play those missions again. It's a tried and tested mechanic from like a long time ago, but putting it into the Division environment, I mean, look, it's you know, as a game, it's beautiful. The mechanics, to some degree, are totally unique. So.
You've got a bird inbound on your position.
There's no if, bro. Yeah, there will 100% be a Division 2. I like Smog. I have a G-Priv mod. I've always had the Smog. This is a Smog top, actually. It's one of the because of Baby Cloud Beast or whatever it's called. Yeah, we get a Div 2 economics there. We do. Like common sense. It was like one of the biggest releases
Chopper is inbound.
ever. And like first day sales, like were just amazing. As a company, you can guarantee they're 100% doing a Division 2. The only time that has never rung true was with Half-Life and Half-Life 2. Like, I don't understand why that game... Yeah, it's like a classic, but I still don't understand why they never... Maybe they couldn't. Maybe they pure ran out of ideas. I think there might have been a guy down there. And maybe they completely ran out of ideas, but like, the only time I've never seen anybody capitalise on a success of a game would be Half-Life. Barco, don't beg, dude. It's not a good look.
Cargo extraction.
200 days on and the game is still trash. But like, you know, we're all still playing it though. Like, I legitimately enjoy playing PvE, PvP. I don't so much like Last Stand as a game mode, but like, it's in there, and if I wanted to play it I could, but I don't, so I can go to the data zone and I can do other things. That's... It's NPCs. That's, you know, an option, so... Slash purge. Slash kickman in a minute.
30 seconds till extraction complete.
Yeah, Barco, if you like, if people legitimately like your content, they like what you do, and they want to invest their time and give you their follows and their subs and things like that, then they will. But don't beg for it, man.
15 seconds.
Anyway, guys, you got fun. I'm going to go chill a bit and then stream later. Alright, Hans, no worries, dude. We'll hopefully catch you in a bit. 60 bucks for the game and you play 2,000 hours. Well, yeah. It's 100% worth the money. And that's, like, even if people pick it up now, I think they should make the game and the DLC like super cheap.
Extraction complete.
Because even if it brings somebody in for a couple of months and they get like a couple of months of enjoyment out of it, they've made the money back on this game. And I'm sure if people invest $30 and then buy some loot boxes, there's still money to be made, and they're still going to make money from that. But yeah, like, definitely, like, they've more than made the money's worth. And as players, if we get anywhere, even if we put like 60 hours into it, that's well worth the money. You know, if somebody said to me, listen, you'll have a really good time and it's only going to cost you $1 an hour, I'd be like, yeah, I'll pay $1 for play an hour of the Division. So like, you take that into like the realms of 2,000 hours or 3,000 hours or whatever. It's a stupid amount of value for money. Yeah, exactly. 50 to 100, it's still worth it. 100%. $30 can bear the B team. Oh, you're savage, Ty. You're savage, dude.
Contaminated area.
You know, the fact that they're still supporting it, like, now, I think should be commended. It does seem like the community team are stepping back a little bit, for whatever reason. But, you know, the people that are left, you know, they're still good people. They mean well. What? That fire extinguisher just exploded. Give me a second, because I've lost my Streamlabs thing, and I forgot to thank some people. Mig20 RST. If I've murdered your name, my apologies, but thank you very much for that follow. Praetorian, thank you for those bitties earlier, and I think I remember thanking you, but thank you again. Ben H3, Ben Helles? Or Ben H3135, thank you very much for the follow. Lock-on 1981, JD Gaming, BRK or LOL, Gaz Riley, Fun Labs, and Ratata. Thank you very much for those follows, guys. Much appreciated. Back to chat. The team working on Avatar. See, Avatar better be really good if they've if they truly have, and they'll deny it because you wouldn't want to admit it, but like, if Avatar comes out and it's absolute garbage and Division suffered for it, can you imagine the uproar, man? Like, me personally, I would be like super salty about it. I always compare it to going to the cinema and then game comes quite good in terms of, yeah. I used to do the exact same, but because I used to like go to watch a lot of football / soccer matches, and my tickets, like when I left off, it was like 30 quid alone for the ticket. So add on top of that drinks, beers, it was like an expensive day out, and that was for like 90. Well, it wasn't 90 minutes because you generally stayed out for like, you know, the majority of the day, but expensive for the amount of time. You like, if it's like 9 hours, if you used to spend like 100 quid, a lot of money. Hey Nick, how you doing, bud?
Warning. Readings indicate this area is contaminated.
Let me, because I don't think any of the mods are in tonight. They've all had a night off. Let me just do a couple of shout-outs, so just bear with me, guys. So everybody, why doesn't it do that? It's my autocomplete has stopped working. Please report me with a 3, isn't it? Everybody that I'm shouting out at the moment, they're all good streamers that have been around a while. If you like your PvP, then go and check out Nick, which is Please Report Me, and Ty. Who else do we have in chat? We have... What is it? What is it? We have It's Squishy. If you want another British monkey, it's Squishy TV, isn't it? Another British... No! Fail. That's the right one. If you want another British monkey, then go and check out Squishy. He's a good lad. Generally see him on stream with me or in Destiny with me. I see Buzz idling in here. Lieutenant Buzz. Sneaky man. And I know I've just exposed you for idling, but gotta drop those big names. Gotta drop those big names, dude. I also see another person that I'm glad to see back, but I won't call him out because I don't think he's commented yet. So, Bruce, do you stream? I can't remember whether you stream or not. I'm here logged on in room 1. I will drag you in 1 second, dude. Bear with me. There he is, Mr. Con. How you doing, bud? Room 1. Lieutenant Buzz Lightyear.
Wow, that was loud.
It's a new mic, so you might have to turn me down. We're just glad that you joined us actually, because we're having like not a debate, but like we're going and talking about a lot of 1.8 and you know what it means for different people and my thoughts on it. It's been a good discussion so far. We're only about, I don't know, like 2 hours into it, so I'll be on around for like another hour or so yet. But it's been really good. Hearing lots of other people's opinions and seeing how many people, especially Ratata, call it Ratata. The amount of people that actually agree with some of the decisions that they've made, but also some people that agree with some of the things I think they've done wrong. It's been nice, dude. How are you anyway, sir?
What's going on? Oh, I'm doing well. Thank you.
What happened there? I'm just looking at a kill feed of 1, 2, 3, 4, like 10 people killed. Are you hyped for 1.8?
I am hyped for 1.8. I am ready. I am so ready for something different.
What are you most looking forward to? We've sort of discussed it already, but what are you most looking forward to? And Con, if you're in chat as well, pipe up. What are you most looking forward to, sir?
I'm really looking forward to Resistance. Because obviously this shield has just been absolutely decimated for PvP, but for PvE it's still quite valid.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to getting my gear set pieces and getting my classy defense gear set ready.
Do we know which global event the defense build is coming with?
No, I don't. I know that what they're coming with Strike next.
Yeah, so the Strike global event, and it's probably going to have Predator, Nomad, and what was the other one they put in first? Was it defense? It might have been actually. But yeah, the only thing I'm sad about with defense, like beyond it being a shield build, is having the damage to elites gone. Yeah. Besides that, having that damage to elites gone. Like even as like just a PvE and PvP player that doesn't play the shield other than during global events, that as a 3-piece for the damage to elites was really, really nice as a PvE build.
Yeah, so I don't know. I remember getting that cryptic text from Keith. Remember he said a lot of people are happy about that damage to elites is missing from this gear set, and I was like, yeah, like who?
Yeah. Because no matter which way you looked at it, it doesn't... What does it give in 1.8? It's switched to more shield damage resilience, is it, or something?
Or something like that, or shield health. Something that's just not worthwhile.
Maybe it's to offset the nerf that that ninja nerf that we found out with the defense build, where like you can literally shred through it in like no time. Maybe it's to try and offset that, but I'd rather.
I don't know, that was embarrassing what they installed there. I mean, they basically so they took the PvP modifier and multiplied it by like 4 times.
Yeah.
I mean,
Ty's in chat. Ty was in, wasn't it? With his Mida and like strip your shield in like no seconds.
That was a 1.6 million health shield.
Ratata rip, dude. It's caps. My apologies, mate.
I guess you guys are up at the pit?
We are. We're just... we're not PvPing or anything. We're just going around chatting, picking up DTech crates and whatnot. So it's a fairly chill, laid-back, discussion-friendly stream tonight.
From the south.
My Midas is OP, fuck you. Oh, where's the floor gone? The floor's gone.
Area secure.
Yeah, Ty, that was a bit extreme. There was something a bit off with that Midas.
A bit extreme. What was it, like a third of it? Was it 2/3 of a clip of a Mida? Stripped like a defense shield down to just basically so you had to throw it away.
Absolutely.
Warning. You are now entering a contaminated
so
area.
Con's looking forward to Resistance, looking forward to dipping my toe in the PC version, secret just between us. I won't tell anyone, I will not tell a soul, and you are most welcome to come along, especially on these evenings where like we're talking about stuff. If you want to jump in with us and join me, Kim, Buzz, anybody else who jumps into Discord just to like go through and talk about stuff, you're more than welcome. I would love to have you along.
Area.
Ty says, no, working is intended. I don't think so, Ty.
That's the
Other than Drax, I have never run into anyone actually using a Midas. I attempted to make a build out of one once, and it was just disastrous.
Yeah, Drax healer build with Mida is amazing. I love getting and coming along for the incursions and then just like debuffing the crap out of anything and anybody that comes like towards us. Even in PvP, he's used it in PvP, and we've like debuffed enemies down, and they've been like struggling to kill us. It's stupid amounts of fun when you play it right. Might be the user though. Probably was, Ty. Probably was. D3 6-piece built correct is going to be impossible to kill in PvP. What is the 6-piece on the classified defense?
That's going to be the once you, I think the 500,000 damage to the shield. Then it kind of does that.
Oh yeah, the melee
buff,
thing.
and you put out more damage for the squad.
Yeah, 1 or 2 people running that in PvP.
Oh yeah.
How much damage extra is it? Is it like a decent amount?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, but the thing is, it doesn't. There's no. And I was speaking to. I think it was talking to Terry about it.
Yep.
There's no hit marker. There's no way to tell when you're getting close to that 500k. So just you could be out in the middle of nowhere, and an enemy engineer turret is pegging away at your shield, and all of a sudden it procs that talent, and it's wasted.
I'm hoping to see a lot of little icons come back, because there's quite a lot of talents that you just don't see when they're procced, or when they're close to procking, or when they've actually stopped procking. 2,000 plus melee damage.
Oh yeah, you can kill NPCs with a shield bash now.
Confirmed. Area has been
1.8 will be
secured.
good for hype. I'm just really worried about how soon people will have solid classified builds. Yeah, Con, I agree, mate. We were saying a little bit earlier about, I think it's Ratata that put it, but like I've mentioned it before, and I 100% agree with him. Like maybe some sort of, I think Ratata call it like a classified high end, but maybe it's like enhanced high ends or something like that. You know, where your high end builds, you know, your Hexo builds and things like that, they're still viable because you can go out and you can refarm all this gear. That'd be really, really good. I'd love to join you guys. We're starting from zero. I've never played Division on PC, so it's going to be interesting. Yes, that would be. I'd be absolutely fine with that. I'll either go through, reset a player, and we can level up together, or if you want power leveling in any way, again, I'm happy to do that. It might be good to do 0 to 30. Get a couple of people, 0 to 30, go through the story, and like do it on evenings like this. You know, where it's fairly chill evening, where you could just discuss and like talk about what's good about the 0 to 30. Because 0 to 30, in my opinion, is one of the best phases of the Division, in terms of like feeling progression and yeah, you're right, Kim. It is fun feeling that progression, and that every weapon that you pick up is different, does more damage, and you're getting better and better and better.
I'm heading to that supply drop.
Okay. Yeah. I'll just follow along. If anybody else is in chat as well, we've got like 1 space left. I know I said I'd probably flickered over to some Destiny. I probably won't at this point now. But if you want to come and join us and just get some D-Tech and loot some caches and whatnot, and or maybe just join in the discussion, let me know. Jump in my Discord if you want to join the chat. And if not, just add me on Uplay. Yes. Through here, Buzz.
Right.
Oh, you want to do that one first? Okay. There's the other one at the end of the street here that I was heading to.
Oh.
The terror-filled one in the middle of the tent.
Wait till Buzz is back before you burn that boss down, Kim.
I'm kind of within proximity. You can hit him.
Okay.
I will just...
A new agent is joining your team.
There we go, Dract. I will drag you up in a second, dude.
Getting it now. And then we can just move west up the
Yep,
street.
grab it.
Alright, there you go.
Supply drop
Let's
claimed.
go.
Oh. Mr. LMB.
My Discord, I don't want to text. 1 second. If anybody wants to join in, you will have to bear with me while we're talking, but...
Cash is up right here if you want it. Yes?
Hey, Dract. I'm just coming back. I was just dragging Dract into chat.
Okay. The Luxembourg assassin.
How you doing, Dract?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Good.
Had a real rough week, so I'm feeling fine.
Your
You
voice
sound,
sounds better, Dract. Yeah.
Still sounds a little bit deeper than it normally is, but it's better.
I drank more beer. That's okay.
Perfect. Okay, they are centered in on me.
I'm a little bit behind you guys, but I will be there in 1 second. Agent's down. Second agent's down. working on the boss.
Come on, Spence, let's go. You and me.
Get the medic. I'll get the medic before these guys heal back up.
Okay, I'm just gonna hold Spence at bay, I guess. Come on, buddy.
I can join to talk, but not to farm. I'm on Discord. I don't want to text Alex. Okay.
Another agent? Who's that? I'm on my menu.
Alexi.
Okay.
2 more agents up the street as well.
Contamination event detected below street level.
Oh, I want to run.
Run, Kev, run! You got something good, dude?
Some green sealed caches.
Contamination level rising below street level.
Go through here, get this boss.
They're in between you and us. They went underground here at DZ5.
I have ideas on massive changes to PvP and DZ that most people would want me dead on it, but get to work on that video soon. Yeah, I'd look forward to that, dude. But I think it's very two-sided, the whole division about the whole division. Yeah. No pun intended, but then again, pun intended. Like the division that the PvE and PvP, different elements of the data zone causes. So I think hearing fresh views on anything from anybody, and especially people who are knowledgeable at the game, knowledgeable about the game, is something I always look forward to. So make sure you ping me when that gets released.
Contamination level critical below street level.
Clear out some of this garbage.
Massive changes.
I'm 9 of 9 now.
Go for an extract then. Yeah, I mean, I said a little bit before as well. Like one of the biggest things I'm looking forward to, because I enjoyed it so much on the PTS, is actually Resistance.
Supply drops will expire.
That, like, if they nail that right as like a hard mode, and the progression and the loot and things scale well, so it gets like, you know, a lot harder. You really got to work together as a team to the point where like every enemy becomes legendary. Maybe that could be an amazing addition to the game, an absolutely amazing addition. You know, especially when you just want to like run and do some PvE. You don't want to do data zone, or you don't want to sit in the same incursion over and over and over again. That could be like a light at the end of the tunnel. So,
alright, you triggered NPCs down there. They're heading towards your rope.
Oh no! I'll leave you fighting them, Buzz.
Yeah, that's fine. I got him.
Carl streams, as a new player to the data zone, best things to do once you start learning the data zone. So are you talking purely from a PvE perspective, Buzz, or are you talking about players as well? Because there's probably two... No, sorry, not Buzz. T. Are you talking about purely PvE or PvP as well? Ratato, I'll drag you in 1 second.
I'm coming up the stairs now.
Throw yourself into the waiting room, dude, and I'll drag you up, Ratato. Hey, dude.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm good. You guys?
Yeah, not bad, not bad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just waiting for the reset. So I have an hour to kill.
T, my PvE advice for the data zone would be, like any PvE activity, get a build that stacks into a decent amount of enemy armor damage and damage to elites, especially if you've got to do the upper DZs where everything's elite, because that extra damage will just make getting through landmarks so much easier. Maybe if you're going to do it solo or as part of a group, look at my PvE build, the one with 2-piece nomad built into it, because you'll get health on kill, but a lot of enemy armor damage, a lot of damage to elite straight off the bat. That would be the first advice. Weapons, as much as you might not like it, if you're doing PvE, then you really want something that complements that. So find out for your build what's going to be the best. You might go Lone Star with LMGs and get that stupid amount of RPM buffs. Or you might want to go with pure enemy armor shred with assault rifles. So that would be like the second advice on build. Other advice would be learn the DZ in small pieces. Rather than running up and trying to do every landmark, learn, I don't know, say you're going to go in one day and you've got to focus on farming DZ 1 to 3, and you're not going to go out as a DZ 1 to 3. So you're just going from 1 to 2 to 3, back down to 1 to 2 to 3, and just keep looping that, because then what that'll help you do, it'll help you learn all the little nooks and crannies and the getaways, especially if like there's players coming or whatever. It'll let you learn the map by focusing on that one area of the map, and not having to focus with like 9 data zones. And then maybe the day after, or maybe 2 days after, go and learn 4, 5, and 6, and then just keep doing that until you get to learn the entire data zone. One of the easiest things for the data zone is find a squad, even if it's like a match-made squad, or even if it's jumping into my Discord or the Confluence Discord and saying, does anybody fancy farming the data zone? Because a lot of people that still just want to farm, you know, they don't want to PvP. So you'll always find people that are willing to farm the data zone. Like I say, it might
grab
not
this
be
seal cache over here.
Yep, no worries. It might not be my Discord that you get that in, but there's always people willing to farm. PvP is a completely different beast. Your only like realistic tip that I can give you is just play the meta. If you don't, unless you're going for something really quirky or you're a god at certain things, if you don't play the meta, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage when it comes to PvP. You'll either
grab
be
these other caches over
yeah,
here?
yeah. You'll either be out DPS'd or if you don't run with the squad and you're fighting a squad, unless you're really good. In its current form, with the lack of stamina and lack of sustain that we have as players, coming up against a group of 2, 3, 4 players can be difficult. Not impossible, as you saw from the start of the stream. Not impossible, but it is different. If you're looking to get good at both, I would say, again, in the same way that you do with the individual data zones, focus on one before the other. So focus on getting really good at PvE and understanding what buffs you in PvE and what the benefits are of running certain gear and certain talents and things like that. So Mr. Surreal, thank you very much for that post, dude.
Yeah, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So I'm probably gonna agree with you, but
Okay.
it's just a discussion. What is your problem with 6-piece Predator? Tell me.
Right now, as in
It's in 1.8, like when it's coming, like as far as we know.
So what it was in the PTS, basically.
Yeah.
I don't think any gear set, whether it be Predator, whether it be any gear set, should allow you to get 9,000, 10,000 stamina. Because, if somebody brings out a tank gear set, then that's fine. But you shouldn't be able to have a tank gear set that allows you to stack like 9,000 stamina. But then, in addition to that, it lets you output more damage through those bleeds than you can with a DPS build. That just...
No, it's the damage output combined with the toughness amount.
Yes, in its current form that we saw with 1.8 PTS, where you can get...
Then I have to disagree.
Why?
Because the bleed itself is no harm if it actually worked with an immunizer. Reclaimer, for instance. So the Reclaimer should automatically counter the Predator. If it did that, I would be totally fine with it.
But it doesn't, does it? In 1.8, in PTS.
It's a different bleed.
Yeah.
It's a different bleed effect.
Yeah.
That's my issue with the gear set.
Yeah.
Same with the Striker. Like, Striker is... Me and Report, we have been called cheats on, and a lot of others, because we run the 8k stamina build now in this patch.
Yeah.
So, but
with
Striker
shotguns.
is yeah, and AR.
Okay.
Lavoa. So we stack with the shotgun, and then we kill with the Lavoa.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you have to play the gear set.
Yes, you do.
is.
You do.
And Striker is a really good gear set if you can keep your stats.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if you have good aim, you should be rewarded for it.
Yes.
Not called heat upon. But Predator is a different story. You can just hip fire because this crit chance is nerfed in 1.8.
Yep.
As far as we know.
Yep.
But you can still hip fire and get the insane bleed.
Yes.
And it can't be
I will be right there.
Okay, Kim.
That's the problem.
Yeah, it is, because
And
you
the
can
same with
run around a
Rogue
hipfire
2.0.
with a high DPS, sorry, a high rate of fire weapon, and then you get a stupid amount of stacks on people.
Yeah, and you don't have to worry about the crit chance.
Yes.
Because
it's just
Predator
hits.
Yeah.
And if you get
But
crits,
if it-
then better. You know, like, it's going to be those bleeds
yeah.
are going to be better because they can crit now.
Yeah, but that's based upon the crit chance of your build. It's
Yes.
not a fact, but that's the rumors.
Yes.
The data miners haven't figured it out. So my issue then is, why aren't the devs allowing Immunizer to cancel it? Why?
I mean, your guess is as good as mine. I honestly don't know. It should, because it's a bleed, and regardless of what they say, oh, well, it's a special type of bleed. It's a bleed. It's a status effect. You can't for a.
Yeah, but it's a different status effect. It's Bleed 2.0.
Yes,
Airseeker has Fire 2.0.
Yes, it is. But again, you shouldn't. You have to have, in my opinion, again. So like people might disagree.
That's why I'm asking.
But like you have to have in a game, whether it's an RPG game, whether it's something like League of Legends or whatever. If you have a positive status effect, you need something to counter that. If you don't have counters, then you're going to end up just except Predator.
Except Predator, exactly. Which is and Deadeye. We can also take the discussion. Why is Deadeye still in the game? Why? Why? Like, someone give me an answer. Why Deadeye, in its current form, is still in the game?
I don't think any, and I've been vocal about it in the past, I don't think any gear set, and even if it wasn't a gear set, if it was like an exotic, there should be nothing in the game that gives you 100%, and granted it's been nerfed now and you have to be in cover, but again, there should be nothing that gives you 100% crit hit chance. That's just too strong. That's just, no matter what you did with that, even if you sat in cover with enough firearms, having 100% crit chance is insane.
And the amount of crit damage you can stack from different gear sets. And, yeah. So that made my statement earlier. You didn't read it in chat. But when I see the state of the game regarding Rogue 2.0 and Predator and Nomad, it feels to me that it's the devs' child. Some of the devs, like personal. They take it personal when the community rages.
Yeah, and to some degree, I can...
Like, I'm not saying it is, but it feels like that. So that's why they are... Now, we're going to implement it as it is on the current state, and then we're going to see where it goes. And like Marco said on his video, like, sorry guys, we fucked up 3 months later. You know? So, that's pissing me off, that they can't see further ahead.
I think they should...
transfer now.
I think they should get rid of certain things, or even if they can't get rid of them, leave them at. Let's have another gear score, but let's leave some stuff in the past. You know, let's. Okay, that's not a problem. It's not a problem. If you know, don't be worried about leaving gear sets and leaving talents, and because they've done it in the past. You know, when they went with weapons, they got rid of some. Yeah. So do that for Deadeye and say, right, okay, well, Deadeye's still in the game. It's in gear score 256, but we're going to 2 whatever now. Not this fake gear score that we've got right now. That we're going to get with 1.8, but we're going to move to whatever it's going to be, and Deadeye will still be in there, and you can still do that as a gear score 256 player. Yeah. But all those other players, they're going to be able to get new gear sets, and they're going to be able to get higher stamina and move on from it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I completely agree with that statement. And you also have those people that don't want a gear score increase. I can see that statement, or why they wouldn't want that.
Yeah.
But you have to think of it as this is a looter game.
Yep.
Why is there a point of playing it when there's no loot to hunt for?
Yeah.
Like. And
I mean, it's one of the reasons I don't play a lot of PV or nowhere near as much as I used to. I used to be in the Dark Zone every single day, multiple times a day. But I haven't got, there's very few things I can min-max on my builds now. Literally, I can't get better pieces.
Yeah, and that shows on the graph.
Yeah.
When you go into the DZ, it's SOS, aka shoot on sight, that rules. So everyone is killing everyone. Yeah. Because that's the only thing that you do.
Yeah.
So, but
T says, this is some serious geek chat. It is, but
it's necessary.
It is, and it's also high-end chat. I would class it as high-end chat when we're talking about stats and counts and things like that. It's not something that everybody will get or everybody will want to get, but it's these things are the things that will get exploited. Whether it be PvP or even PV, they will. If something isn't known or people don't know about it, then they won't use it. But as soon as people understand these figures, and there are a lot of people that do, and understand stats and crit chance, crit damage and things like that, as soon as you have something that's exploitable, it will be exploited. So I think it's important that discussions like this happen.
Of course. And I have also one negative thing about the Division when it comes to the skills, and that's the EMP.
Yes. That's too strong a counter, in my opinion.
Correct. So a friend of mine, he proposed this. The EMP as it is only works for deployables in the future, and the flashbang is needed to use on players.
Yes,
for the
I
same
would agree with
effect,
that.
But they have to differentiate.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, because at the moment it affects everything. It affects skills. It affects your skills. It affects your deployables.
And it's not depending on skill power. So you can have 80,000 skill power, like nothing, and everything into firearms, and still remove counter everything.
Yeah.
So that's my issue now. Like, the game is so unbalanced. Like, you have M4s. Everyone is running M4s, even the healer, unless it's a Midas, but that's an exception. So.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing I want to, and I said at the very start of the discussion tonight, I think, we don't know what the 1.8 PTS patch, sorry, no, not PTS patch notes, the 1.8 patch notes are going to be.
Correct.
So a lot of these things they could have been working, and I hope they have. I hope they've been working so solidly in the background that they come out and say, yeah, so Sticky it's got those changes that you just mentioned. Deadeye, we are making a further nerf with it.
Or revamping the entire set.
Change the talents or make it so that, I don't know, make it like a proper. I know they've said they don't sentries like the proper sentry, the proper strike. Oh my word, proper sniper build. But also make it so that, I don't know, make it so that if you are in cover, then it gives you extra headshot damage. Do you know what I mean? So it's working into the whole sniper benefits. Just don't give it 100% crit chance.
But Sentry is also working as a support set with the X45 and a shield today.
Yep.
Like, so you can just mob the shit out of everything, especially in PvE. So, but you also have Hunter's Fate. Which can be good, the 6-piece, whether you increase damage per headshot, blah blah blah, etc.
Yep.
But the problem is the servers. How the fuck are you gonna hit headshots in this game with this movement and this lag?
And with the chicken dance as well, like as long as that's in the game, that yeah, and I'm not talking just about strafing. I'm literally talking about the exploit, the netcode exploit, where you're moving faster than the server can keep up with you.
Oh yeah.
It discounts headshots and lag switching and everything else that goes along with it. It just it doesn't make it it doesn't reward you for hitting headshots.
Correct.
And I think
on the street here, Drac.
What did I say?
I said they're all coming on the street at us.
That's because of the 0.8 multiplier on headshots.
Yeah.
Which is bad.
One more at the end.
I mean, headshot multiplier needs to be put up, by my opinion, in PvP. If they don't want to bring it up in PvE, then that's fine, because I can consistently hit headshots in PvE, but bring it back.
It's not in PvE. It's just nerfed in PvP.
Yeah.
It's the same as it always been in PvE, which is bad, because you should be rewarded. People with good aim in a shooter should be rewarded.
Yeah.
Not just spamming bullets.
100%. Papa Wolf, good evening. Welcome to stream, buddy. Still so real. I said for a long time that the game does a good job with counters. Personally, I like to see rolls Personally, I like to see rolls, not necessarily gear that determines things. Yeah, maybe. I mean, talents are important, and if you look at games like, again, World of Warcraft or Warframe or other games of this nature, roles and talents and things like that are what makes the game. So I wouldn't want those to go away. But the game skill, player skill needs to be rewarded a little bit more than just the cheesiest exploit. Con Mr. So Real, for Deadeye, as someone who loves sniping, I think Deadeye should be more about headshot damage. Yes. I'll have it so that there are random areas of an enemy that you hit, do crazy damage. If those areas like mark on a knee, you shoot it, then it's 100% crit, and if they wanted it, yeah, I mean, that'd be interesting. So like whenever you aim down scope, like a leg might highlight, and if you hit the leg, then you get 100%, but the next time it might be the left arm or the body or the head. and like you have to consistently hit those individual points. Just something beyond, oh, let's give everybody 100% crit chance. That's just, I think it's lazy as
in
a
a
game
game
set.
where crit damage is so fucking strong.
Yeah,
to begin with.
yeah, for sure.
We can do the tunnel here.
Yes, can
Yeah,
do.
why not?
I'm just catching up. I'll follow along. You guys keep going. Ivan Williams, you can always ask people to help. A lot of guys here would show you how to build a monster build.
Down.
Yes, you can, T. And you know, if you got any advice that you need from me, whether it be builds, whether it be anything else, you just need to ask, whether it's on stream or off stream, mate. Seal cash. Ooh, yeah.
I have also another question for you.
Yep.
And your stream. What do you guys think about 6-piece classified and the RNG phones? Lone Stars, if you could say.
What do you say, Lone Star?
So you mean like it randomly
Has a
procking?
chance to proc.
I'm all right with that because if it's always 100%, you know, it's not exploitable in like a bad sense. But if I know that my next shot or my next reload or my next whatever the criteria is to proc that thing, if I know that that's coming, I can like get it ready and then go and find somebody and then essentially like have a tack ult on demand, if that makes sense. And so I think having randomness
I think
for a lot of stuff. What, just because you don't know it's going to happen, or
the thing
you
is,
can't rely on it?
Aspect in like crit chance, crit damage, I'm fine with.
Yeah.
But more than that, it's gonna like, is he gonna get to Berserker? He's gonna survive. If he's not, he's gonna die. That's not skilled. Like you said earlier, you want the skill gap on players themselves to increase. That's not the way to do it. You're just forcing more RNG on the player, and it's become an unfair fight. Because it's already unfair. You can get with 10% crit chance. You could theoretically get 10 crits in a row and then not crit for another 90 shots. So.
Yeah, maybe. I was going to try and use a different argument, but I think that argument would fail on my behalf. I mean, like
Go for that snipe in the back left.
All right, dude. Yeah, maybe having RNG to that isn't the greatest idea, but I think you've got to balance what it takes for certain buffs. You know, so like Sentry, for example, I've got to hit however many consistent headshots to get the guaranteed benefit of having increased damage against someone. I think having any gear set or any talent or, you know, whatever it is in the game be easily proccable, but so devastating. I think we've got to be really careful with stuff like that.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you look at the Reclaimer 6-piece, it's based on, it's 50 base, and then you get 10% for every 2k electronics. So you could technically get it to 100 if you sacrifice.
Yep.
So 10 base electronics, then you have 100. I'm fine with that, because then you are making sacrifices for your own good, if you want to call it that. Because I want 100% uptime of the station if it gets destroyed.
Yep.
So then I spec into 10k electronics instead of having some. Then I'm fine. Like if you did that to Lone Star, let's say you need X amount of firearms for it to proc every time, then it's good, because then you can make a choice. Now you don't have a choice. It's up to the RNG machine.
Yeah, maybe.
Make that choice.
Maybe. It's a tricky one, isn't it? Because like, I think, I don't know. I think you've got to be. We just got to be careful with like powerful.
Of course, you got to be
talents.
careful
because it becomes like the thing that you can always rely on, and if it's something that can do such damage that, you know, like a Lone Star with a mini tackle can do, then
exactly. So you should be careful about fixing, and that's why I mean classifieds are bad for the game as well as bringing another grind for new players.
Yeah,
that are missed out on the global events, because it's so hard to balance it.
Yeah, definitely. Papa Wolf, it is Lieutenant Buzz Lightyear here in the background. It is. He's just in his menus, but I guarantee it's him. He's over there. See, there he is.
What's going on, Papa?
Honjay, hello, bro. Hey, Jay, how you doing, buddy? Long time no see.
Jay is here.
Hope Destiny's treating you well. We need to do some Crucible again together soon, mate.
I'm a total noob.
If you use, so this is about Lone Star. If you use it right, then you don't run out of your 6-piece bonus off a long period of time. Yeah, but that's I think that's sort of working towards my argument in that if something's super strong and it's always guaranteed, it can become too strong. And this game doesn't do too strong in a very good way. Like, if you look at
to the deck,
like Warframe or something like that, it's all about becoming like this super strong, decimate everything type of player. But that's because it's heavily reliant on PvE. You know, the PvP is like a very small tacked-on thing. Yeah, I'll follow on. You guys just carry. But again, if you end up with a gear piece that you can get a super, now obviously supers are normally timed, but you can essentially get a super, and then you can keep that going continuously, so you're getting all that high RPM and all that damage output. I don't know, I almost want to argue that there should be elements of RNG in that. There should be. But I understand the argument, the counter arguments against having RNG in it.
The thing is, though, like, if you want like players to be skilled,
yep, then
you can't have that amount of RNG in the game. Then it's all about the build knowledge, movement knowledge, when to heal, like tactical placement, because you already have RNG in forms of crit chance and crit damage. And I think personally that's enough.
Very insecure.
So,
yeah, no, I get, and Alex is in chat and he's saying like I can show you the stats and stuff, and because Alex has got like a really dirty Lone Star build.
There's no way on paper he can have 100% uptime of it in a fight.
I don't think it's 100%, but he's saying that you can pretty much have it going for like a long time.
Yeah, because he's just touring through mags to see if he procs it next time, and then he's ready with one bullet left, of course. But that's kind of cheesing it. But in a fight, in a hectic fight, you can't have 100%. Because it's 75. Same with Nomad. It's gonna have a chance to not consume the Nomad thingy. That's also bad.
Yeah. Alex, Cal streams you, but the thing is you have to dig in a lot of knowledge in the game to make use of it. Well, you sort of do, and then you sort of don't, because, like, for example, if I wanted to put out videos about every single build that I've played with, even stuff that isn't, like, a normal, like, build, so it isn't based off a gear set or it isn't, you know, what something else, I could then put out a video and then everybody has that knowledge. It's not necessarily something that you need to dig in and understand. I could put literally a recipe in a video and you could go and tell you exactly what you need to do, exactly what you need to build, exactly what attributes and talents and things that you need to go for, and you could do it. So Usa Manune, hello dude. What time are we at? 25 to. Anything else you guys want to sort of discuss? Ratata, Buzz, Kim, Dract, anybody in chat before we got maybe about another 20 minutes, half hour? We can keep it about 1.8 if you want, or we can talk about something else. It's entirely up to you guys.
So quiet.
Yeah. Do you not agree, Alex? You don't think like you could put up a video about a build and people will just literally watch it and carbon copy it, and then they can use it because you've told them exactly how to use it? Not many people take the time to even patience to gain all the knowledge. No, they don't. But like if they see like Lone Star absolutely ripping everybody in the DZ because they're in a PvE mission with somebody and they go, "Whoa, what build are you using, dude?" It's Lone Star. And maybe I'm a different type of person, but I would be like, okay, I'm gonna go and have a look at that. And the first thing I would do would be on YouTube, or talking to other people, or talking to the guy that I've seen use it, saying, "How do you do that? How do you do it?" Miss you guys a lot, but I'll be back next week, I promise. Good night to everyone. Jay, you better be, dude, because I've missed you like crazy, and I want to get some good tight gaming, and I want to have some chats with you and catch up, mate, because it's been a long time. So if you don't come back to me, I'm going to fall out with you. And I don't know how many people are in, but I'm guessing there's quite a few considering the discussions that we're having tonight. But everybody in chat just saw you say that. So if you renege on your promises and you don't come back and play, then I'm going to fall out with you. And everybody else will know that you lied.
One more behind us.
Papa Wolf, Alex, that's the thing, the difference between the hardcore player and the casual players. I don't know, I mean, T, if, I know it's not necessarily the same, but if I said, you follow me on Twitter, right, and you follow other Division people, if somebody put up a video and said, I don't know, let's do the cheesy thing. I don't do it on my videos. If I believe something's got like amazing PV DPS, then I will put that in my videos. But if somebody found a really OP build and said, and it came up in my feed and it was like 100% super up to, not super, but I've been playing too much Destiny. What are they called in this game now? Ultimates, your T or whatever. You're like so much like guaranteed uptime, so much insane damage. You would go and watch it, and I think that's essentially what people will do. So, will defense be essential for resistance? I have a decent PV build I'd like to use. Buzz, I'll let you jump in on that, dude. Do you think defense is going to be a must-have for resistance?
Yes. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Especially when you make it up to the hunter level. Like I did that solo when resistance first came out, and I took the 6-piece classy up and I soloed up through the hunters. I think it was up to wave 18 or 19. Yeah, it's really strong in PvE, and that squad buff when you take 500k damage, it adds quite a bit on.
Yeah,
I think it's what 5 seconds is the base uptime it gives you, and then for every 2,000 stamina it gives you another second or something like that.
Yeah, correct.
So when I was running that with just random squads, it was pretty significant. But who knows? They may change it. They've had they seem to have some sort of internal gripe in the studio versus
about defense.
Yeah,
I think you're right, dude.
But how
what you see on the PTS is not what you're going to get when the live game comes out. You know, you're going to get that mystery nerf again.
Yeah.
So
good up here, right?
Wow, you're going up here. Okay. Wow.
Buzz, how did you spec it?
I went 1,000,000% every piece into stamina. Every piece into
full stamina. Okay.
Yeah, full stamina is what I went for. And I was running with a house. And
yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course. And I was able to stand. The hunters were charging at me, slashing at me with their axes, and they couldn't break my shield.
Okay. Because I've been thinking about going one firearm, rest down with defense.
I think what's going to be interesting with 1.8 though for resistance, I think we will fall back to having like 2 support players. You know, having like a reclaimer and maybe a defense. You know, to sort of buff 2 DPSs. Where you know, right now you maybe yeah, going back to that, and I think that's good because that's gonna hopefully it won't mean you getting kicked out of incursions, things like that again. But I think having squad composition for PvE activities isn't going to be about quick, let's burst this guy down. It'll be, you know, there'll be some survivability, there'll be some extra buffs that, you know, a pure DPS player can't get without the defense guy, or, you know, without somebody with a really good pulse.
And final measure is going to be good.
Yes.
With the 40% buff.
Yeah, for sure.
So it won't be as absurd as 1.3, but you will definitely need. Oh man, you'll need some composition. You'll need some variety in the squads right now. You won't be able to just run right up and face tank things, because they'll drop you quickly. Yeah, no, I agree. I wish in some respects it would go back to 1.3 though. You know, in terms of that competition that you had to have, because that was like by far the hardest PvE content. Yeah, yeah. And I know not all people like that, but I did.
I did like
the shotgunners in Falcon Lost. Oh.
Yeah. But that was it. It was like, okay, right, so get together, guys, get on smart cover, you know, but use all these in-game buffs that you need to survive.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
Smart cover at one shot.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, Steve, how you doing, bud?
Reclaimer hitting fire bullets.
Oh my god!
The
macro when I had all consumables. Holy.
Yeah, I remember all of the fire rounds. Somebody was hitting him with Sentry's Call. You had 2 guys usually up there with Striker just going to town, and even then the shotgunners would maybe go through half your squad.
No fucks.
Hip firing you from behind that door before it even blows up.
Yeah, that was the only dodgy thing that I hated about it. Their ability to shoot through that door and put you down. That made it like 10 times harder. Yeah.
Range, accuracy. Like they could stand at the APC and snipe you. Oh, good old days.
I still I'm not like trolling about that. I really do think they were the good old days. I know people say you'll have like fake memory. Oh my god, I'm getting classified Scalor here.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, like 2 back to back. Lone Star. I think we've got 2 pieces of Lone Star. One from the last landmark and one from this. Sorry, Tati, you was going to say?
Yeah. Remove ults in the DZ and last time and skirmish.
I'd be down with that.
You'd be done with that.
Yeah.
Then there's nothing more to say. Just agree.
No,
well,
it's...
The reasoning behind it is, let's say 4 people are mad.
Yep.
And your 4-man team is going to chase them.
Yep.
You pop blue and yellow, and
Yep.
they don't have their ults.
Yep.
They came down beneath us.
Yeah, I think the ults are difficult when you come up against like multiple teams or multiple players. You know, being able to have, and yes, there's a cooldown, but being able to have somebody be able to pop a blue, a green, well, a blue and a yellow, and then as soon as someone goes down a green, and then they've got all that survivability and all that DPS.
Yeah,
essentially mow you down.
4 squads do the same, and they just obliterate you from
Yeah.
the... It's bad PvP.
Yeah.
It's about who have the ults or not. Like,
Yeah. Or maybe tie ults
That's
in
my
with, maybe another idea would be to tie ults in with gear sets. So your Reclaimer guy with his box, he has the option to be able to pop a Survivor link,
Great.
and your, I don't know, maybe your Sentry, your Striker, and other DPS builds, they can then pop one of the other ones. I don't know how you do that and how you would divvy those up, those different gear sets, but
would probably just be the same at the back to the same now, because you could just balance the team up. So
maybe
with get good results.
You need to extract guys.
Diabetic Steve, this is 1.8 talk. We've been talking about it for the last almost 3 hours. It's been a really good sort of informative and mass debate. I said that slowly. Stream because we've had like arguments from like all over the place and all. We've had a lot of agreements as well, which is nice. But we've had a lot of different points talked about, dissected, agreed, disagreed. It's been cool. Funny, yes, but no. 1.3. 1.3 was amazing, Alex. Come on.
Depends on how you look at it.
Calcium's, take it easy, homie. Time to get cracking on GOG. Yes, you do. You need to get good or garbage. I'll tweet you out tomorrow, mate. As soon as I see that. I get ASP. Hopefully, I can get a stream going later. If you do, and I'm still around, ping me because I'd love to come in and chat. Hey to all the beautiful people in chat. Hey, Steve. Debate is good. Oh dear me, more people. Debate is good always. I love it. Squishy, I'll come back to your question in a minute. Born Diesel, thank you very much for that horse, dude. If you are coming from Born Stream, you probably know me. But for those who don't, I'm Cal, Division streamer. Starting to stream a couple of things, but yeah, I've been a Division streamer for a long while, since 1.1. I want to say. We're just talking about 1.8. Who on earth is Cal? Indeed, yes. Who is Cal? Who is this Cal? I've been here since 1.1. We're talking about 1.8 tonight. We've got Lieutenant Buzz Lightbeer in here. Say hi, Buzz.
Hello.
We have Dract in here, who, if you've been on my stream before, plays a lot of PvE with us. Say hello, Dract.
Northeast of us.
Good evening.
Good evening. We have Kim, who also does a lot of PvE with us in here. Say hello, Kim.
Hello.
And we have Ratata, who's joined us out of chat to talk about a lot of 1.8 stuff. Say hello, Ratata. Yo! Ah, that lovely Buzz voice indeed. Born Diesel, thank you very much for that host, dude. I hope you've had a good stream. We are, as I've just been saying, we are attacking 1.8 tonight, so... The triumphant return of Buzz, indeed.
Really,
Yeah.
Cal.
Cal, we went northeast of you.
I'm coming, dude.
I'll wait. Yep. And going back to your PvP thing, too, I mean, with all these new gear sets, with all of these little mini tactical alts that they have attached to them, maybe they should just get rid of alts completely.
Yeah, that's what Ratata was just saying, like,
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying, like, move it so that your DPS ults are part of something that you get from doing so many kills with a DPS build, or...
Yeah, but the Lone Star has a built-in tack link.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and what's the other one now? It's what's it called? Alpha Bridge. It's got all three tacks built into it.
Yeah, but it's depending on the main stat. So
I'm coming, boss.
right up above me.
So Squishy said, "What about the new gun? What about new gun talents and new skills to use? It would be good if they did that." I agree, Squishy. Some new talents to make us have to farm new gear, but they've got to be good talents, and that's what they've struggled with in the past. Like there are, like every bit of gear that I get at the Dark Zone tonight, I'll go in, I'll go look through the stash, and I'll go garbage, 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 and that's always been a thing. If they brought more feasible, interesting talents in, I don't know, maybe, and I know we keep comparing things to Destiny and Warframe and other things, but maybe a sniper that had a certain RNG chance to proc an explosive round, or like a small mini explosion.
44 days.
Yeah, but like it's RNG. You can't rely on it.
No, Gal. Shoot the ground, one tap.
Cal streams green behind the ears.
Introducing more gear is good. It's not gonna work because they can't fix the shit they have in the game already. So why bring more shit into the mix?
But that's what I mean. Make it not shit, basically. Make it so that the talents are useful.
Yeah, delete T-82-1. Delete Deadeye. Just get rid of it and start over. The things that doesn't work, get rid of it. And then
or leave it behind.
Introducing.
Yeah, we were talking about before, like, let's have another gear score in whatever period of time. And the things that are underperforming, either buff them or get rid of them. Or if we're getting a gear score, just leave them at that gear score so nobody's realistically going to use them anyway.
Yeah, okay, yeah. You could do that, or you could just remove it completely out of the game. Like,
Jess, I'm on... well, no, this is my normal time, but as you will know,
I'm ready.
Because of stuffs, I haven't been streaming like consistently over the last couple of weeks, so starting from this week, back to 3 times, maybe 4 times, maybe 5 times, we'll see. Some things are just extremely not useful compared to everything else, yeah. And that's the... It shouldn't be that. I think there should be... There needs to be trash, because that's what makes good good.
You can kill...
there absolutely needs to be trash talents, because that's what makes... If every talent was good, then every weapon that you got would be...
Somebody's picking it up right now.
They're struggling.
They're struggling with it.
Okay, let's go.
You can't have every good. You can't have every gun and every gear set and every rule be good.
You can, but it should depend on the playstyle.
I think you just died in the box.
Like, something can be good for me, but can be completely trash for you, Cal. I love it.
But that would mean every talent has to be good. Jess, thank you very much for that sub. Welcome to the sub club. Although I feel like you've been here like a long time.
They're getting it now.
Yeah, they got it.
Well done.
I got rogues. 2 of them dead up.
Oh dear. Nomad
Jack, you
Indo
up for it?
style. I'm up for it. Go, go, go. I'm in PvE gear, but let's go. I'm right behind you guys.
Okay.
You're in for a surprise, I guess.
Alright. I popped their timers. You can shoot at my shield all day. Let's go. One's pushing on the right. He popped his box.
Oh no, T. No. No.
I got attacked from behind.
Oh, there's another one. Oh, right. You did not just pop that, did you?
Pushed the wrong button.
That seems you kind of right, but that counts for all games that you play for a long period of time. It does, and I understand. You know, there's that argument between. I'm switching to PvP now. There's that argument between like casuals and long time players. JSoft, hello, welcome to chat, dude. Welcome. Sorry, I missed you saying hi before. And being away from Division for a bit, want to start playing again. What's the hot new PvE build? In 1.7, put exclamation mark PvE build, and that, in my opinion, is the hottest PvE build available right now. In my opinion. But it is one of my builds, so I'm probably going to say that. You can do a lot. There's a lot more build... Depending on how long you've been away from it, there's a lot more build diversity than there used to be. Let's get out of this. Get a PvP build. Whereabouts are they? They've run.
They died.
Did they die?
I think so. One died at least. I think that in the style, I think it died or they killed someone.
They took some of my classified stuff. Sentry classified.
Oh no.
Animals. Complete animals. I'll do it for you, dude. They're manhunt, they're just around the corner. There you go, dude. High end anyway. They have to have the stats on how many people use them, Savage or Skulls. I mean, it's for the majority of builds, it's going to be Skulls because Skulls are just so good, so good. But we were talking obviously before you guys came in about the possibility of having like an enhanced high end. So obviously classified in terms of pure raw damage from stats, like raw native stats, firearms, electronics, etc. You can't do that with. I'm going to blue when we get down.
Okay. They're underneath in the tunnel.
Yep. Yep.
Let's go.
Rogue agent neutralized.
Oh my god, hip fire aids.
It was out. The healing was out, but
No, I think it's a dodgy server. They're down anyway. Nice.
Yep.
Hipfire it's the only thing that I absolutely rage on in this game. Hipfire. Well, so let me rephrase that. Hipfire Adept, because that's all anybody's doing.
Cal.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another guy. Yeah.
But it's
There's another one downstairs with you. Watch out, guys.
He's, I think, skill.
that's
Stacker?
not a guy of no map.
Steve, we're not going to lose the chicken dance. The
Fuck. I had some good weapons.
as much as I think it's going to be reduced because of Adept, we're not going to lose it. It's like Ratata was saying earlier on. You know, you've got 9,000 stamina Predator's Mark that you're just going to strafe around people with, hitting them with even with like 25% crit chance or whatever you've got.
And
And
him with like melting everyone.
yeah, and you're still going to be.
them die slowly.
He just took my stuff. That's just rude. I'm going to get over here and try and cut the rope if I can. Extracting my stuff. How rude.
Oh, the port.
Was he with them, that Poley, then?
Yeah, it was in part of. I think it was that guy was dying before, so he was not rogue.
So I got to jump. They're back with all his mates now, is he? Yeah, he is. Of course he is.
One coming in behind you, Cal, also. One above you.
Garbage, man. I have 3 of my men in a room and 1 dude chicken dancing. Had I not thrown a nade, we wouldn't have took him down. It was that bad. Yeah, a chicken dance, strafe, netcode exploit, whatever you want to refer to it as. The hardest thing for me and the worst thing for me is the strafe exploit. You know, abusing the netcode. That's just nah. That's too many people use it, and it's a crutch for too many people, too many PvPers. So. Yay, 1v4, you guys are great.
Are you coming, guys?
If I have to. I'm coming, Kim.
Reset in 2 minutes.
Indeed. And we are nearly 12 o'clock. And everyone says that we're...
give us?
Let me... Because I haven't caught up with follows for a little while. You guys PvP your heart out. Let's have a look. So I think I left off on.
He shot through the car. Yeah.
So Gaz Riley, Funlabs 2000, Ratata, obviously, SSR 2497. Please report with that host a little bit earlier. Thank you, dude. Rucker XB1, One Hunt. Thank you guys for the follow. Mr. Soul Real with that host as well. Usam Manune, thank you very much for that follow. Booker the Looker, Born Diesel with that huge host, and Jess with a sub. Thank you very much, guys. Much appreciated. It's been a great night tonight.
Just outside.
On my way now, dude.
No,
they're just outside.
They went back to the extraction shop.
It was a good discussion, Cal. I'm gonna head off and do some farming. Dude. See ya.
In a bit, mate. My outfit, dude.
My outfit.
Oh my word. Yeah, so I think let's have a ganders. So before I go, again, thank you very much for joining in on us tonight. Buzz.
Yes, sir.
I know you was only in towards the end, but I appreciate you dropping in and chatting. Ratata as well. I think you might have left Discord right now, but
Come around.
Coming from the right.
I appreciate you copping in and chatting about it. If anybody wants to join us in future for future sort of chats or discussions about 1.8, you come in on Tuesday and see what we're doing. And you want to join in the discussion and talk in. Just meet these guys. And you want to join in and jump in Discord and chat to us and have like debates like we have tonight. I think it's pretty cool, to be honest. I'm going to have a look who is available to send you guys off to. I'm sorry for the guys who came over from Born Diesel stream who like have only arrived for like the last I don't know how long it is, like last 15-20 minutes.
I can't plan having. Just face them.
I don't care.
Yeah. All right.
There just must be around my body talking.
We fight.
We fight. Carl Stream still interested in Lone Star. EJ Cosby with what is he doing? That doesn't look like Division. Oh my word. Let's have a look. I'm gonna send you guys over to see Little Bird for a little while. I mean, he looks like he's doing some legendaries maybe, or some missions. I'm gonna do the raid thing, so let me just go into my channel. Again, guys, thank you very much for joining us tonight. I've really enjoyed the discussion, even if there's been a lot, although a lot of you might not agree on all of the points. I think the fact that it's been civil, I think the fact that we've you'll be able to talk about it responsive. I sound like a dad. Well, I am a dad, but like, do you know what I mean? I think it's been really good. So, thank you all. I should be back over the weekend, maybe with the Destiny stream. That'd be pretty good if you could come and join. I know some of you won't like Destiny, but maybe try it. Maybe you like it, and it's only a discussion as well. So, like, yeah, be cool if you could. Thanks again, guys, for the follows, for the subs, for the donations a little bit early. It's been much appreciated. Guys, if you want to click the red thing at the top of your chat and let's go and raid Little Bird, tell him Cal sent you. I'll follow you guys over for 5-10 minutes. Nice bicycle. Appreciate it, bud. And let's go over.
People in my clan Swedish.
Let's go over, raid Little Bird. Have a chat with him, hang out for a little while, drop in some follows if you haven't, which I would be surprised if you haven't. And yeah, hopefully I will see you guys probably tomorrow. Not promising, but probably tomorrow. It'd be pretty cool if you could. Steve, everybody else who came in towards the end, Born Diesel, Jess, and everybody. Good of you guys to join us, and everybody who's been here since the start, thank you very much, guys, and see you tomorrow. G Cooper, you're welcome, dude.
Take your time. Don't hurry.
Alright, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. Just needed to mute it while I ended the stream.